everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike. T-Roy's here. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, welcome
How are
back.
you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Isis is here. Hello, Isis.
Hello.
Just turn the shirt down just a hair.
I was just thinking when I looked in the camera that on the cameras we kind of look similar to me.
The washed out.
If you look like
yeah.
A little bit.
a little, I mean, mine's brighter.
Just turn
but
yours down a little bit. Just a hair.
I had a guy
It's
today.
Just a little blinding.
I had a guy today in a store ask me, he's like, "What is Bad Axe known for?" And I'm like,
Pink shirts.
Their name.
technically, by the way, it is the heart of the thumb, and they do have the fair every year, the county fair. So I told him that, I guess, but he's like, "Well, anything else touristy?" I'm like, "It's the thumb. What? That's pretty big. County fair? I don't know what else could be up
That's about all
there."
you get in the thumb, yeah.
This guy's pressing you, stranger.
Yeah, the thumb's a weird area. I like it, but it's just like kind of flat. It's not like the west side of the state. It's not like going up to the UP. But I like it, obviously.
If you're not in Caseville, don't worry about it. That's about it.
What's up?
If you're not in Caseville up there, that's about it.
How dare you, Bad Axe? My lord. The amount of years I've spent walking around Bad Axe.
I didn't go to Bad Axe today, but I did go to Battle Creek.
Home of Kellogg's.
Yeah.
All the way across the state, eh?
Yeah.
How'd you get there?
Aeroplane.
That's quite a drive, Michael.
I was killing the environment. I was
Nice.
part of it. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
boy.
awesome. Ryan Fiorini and I and Trav went out to Pontiac Airport, Willow Run, and Battle Creek.
Just bipping all around. Huh?
Yeah, dodging storms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Going
actually
through
kind of a
some
hairy day.
rain.
I actually thought about that today when I was like, because
Yeah.
I was like, it might be longer because I did notice there was some storms. So
Yeah.
did you have to deal with that in the
Yeah,
air?
we had to go around them. I
would
took
not
a
have liked
picture of
that.
a storm in the distance,
Yeah.
out the right side of the window.
That would have freaked me out.
Really?
That would freak me out, just like a storm. Because like
The only thing that freaked me out is before the engine's running, we're about to take off, and Ryan goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, if something were to happen to me
In the event.
you pull this down, it'll kill the engine, and then you got to put real weight on this. It's like 35, 40 pounds of pressure. Pull this, yank this handle down, then you're going to hear what sounds like a bomb go off, and then the plane will level out, and you will float safely to the bottom and just wherever you're at."
See, that's
You
why
can
this-
handle it
I don't know.
in the event.
I like to think I could.
Yeah.
There's a lot that happens in that situation. In that scenario,
You know what made me
he has to
comfortable, though?
pass out. The plane has to be a problem with the plane, and Ryan is passing out.
Yeah.
So there is
And
a lot.
Trav.
That's a
No.
good point.
This is
Oh,
before
free.
Trav
This
got
is
there because
free.
we
Oh,
had to
yeah.
go pick Trav up.
Okay.
So it was like, oh boy, we had this like 20-minute flight to go pick up Travis in
just like a
at Willow
Kardashian.
Run. Yeah, but it was like I felt so much more comfortable in the back seat. I was just like, let me be back here, you nerds up there.
Yeah.
And then it was
Yeah.
like, oh, now I could do it.
Flying-
As long as Trav was here, I could.
Flying Miss
Well, that would be
Daisy.
3 lines of defense then. Like I said,
Yeah.
something has to happen with the plane.
Yeah.
Ryan would have to be out, and Travis would have
Yeah.
to be out. That you would have.
Trav would have to look at Ryan and just go, oh, and just
Right.
faint from watching.
Could you imagine
Ryan
going
go
to
out?
pull it? Back goes out.
Oh God, my back. Yeah,
Back just totally locked
would
up.
happen.
and not
Quite
be-
the scenario.
It happened. I mean, I've
Yeah.
had it.
Scenario.
You can't even get off the ground sometimes.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
It goes out.
That's true. Can you imagine if that's how we all died?
That's
Is
it.
they both passed out and my back went out as I was trying to put 35 pounds of pressure on the parachute. The plane, it would be like we'd be a ball of flames, all dead on the ground.
It is funny.
And the company would be going,
What the
fuck,
fuck?
man? We put a parachute in there.
Safest plane on the fucking
Who was the
market.
idiot that couldn't pull the lever? All you had to do was pop the lever. You guys would all be fine.
I'm almost surprised it doesn't have like an auto deployment.
Yeah,
If
that would
you're
be
you're
nice.
descending too
Right.
fast, too rapidly, at too great of an angle, however that all works.
Because you basically, I'm sure he went through the whole spiel with you, but you basically can't crash it.
Yeah.
Like he was like he tried to get me.
Oh, I bet you could.
Oh, I'm
No,
sure.
but like he tried to get me to like, if you're piloting it, to literally try to go 90 degrees, and it got to like, I forget what, and then the plane just starts turning back. Like it won't let you even
like a Tesla.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm saying, of course it could, but I'm just saying like it's really fucking advanced.
I get so
Like,
mad at
yeah.
my mom's car because I try and change lanes, and if I don't hit my blinker, it's like fuck off and stops me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
because
like, yeah, it'll give me the little. I'm like, fuck this car,
Yeah.
man.
But
Don't
because
tell me
of
what
that-
to do. There's
Mine-
nobody around.
The one that gets me is the fucking when it panics and you're getting too close to someone and the car just goes
Yeah,
Right.
screams at you. It's like, dude, I
Right.
got this. Okay.
The worst part is it
Relax.
freaks my mom out. Like, I got it. I know what the
Yeah.
fuck's going on. I see that car turning. He's going to be long gone by the time
Yeah.
I get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that goes off. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It scares the shit out of you. It does.
Yeah.
You don't want your car to panic.
Right.
and then give you a heart attack.
That's why the storms would have scared me so much. That plane is pretty fucking safe. But a storm like lightning doesn't fucking matter for that. I mean, I don't know what the deal is if lightning hits a plane. I guess they probably fucking got something where it's
What
fine.
if it strikes you right in the parachute?
That would be,
that would not be
that's,
good.
Yeah, that's a rough.
By the way, have you guys ever seen Travis with a heart on? Have you ever actually physically seen
I
his heart on?
haven't, I guess.
Well, no, I mean
It's
the
impressive,
the
man.
lights were off, so I only
yeah, was he
felt
just
it.
rock?
Yeah. Oh my God. I've never seen a man so rock in all my life. Basically, he flew us there.
Right.
No.
He basically flew the whole thing, and he was
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
It was like, wait, which joystick are you grabbing? The one between your legs or the one on the right side of the plane? Because that's how rocky was.
Well, that's why it's a one-handed flyer now.
Yeah.
So you can do
Just holding on to his
Now, the old
cock.
school where it was two, you
right.
couldn't rub one out while you were taking care of it. Now,
Must be someone that's done that, right?
probably.
Whacked off in a plane?
No, but like they're flying their own plane and just be like,
Yeah, probably Jeffrey Toobin. Someone
Sure.
like that. He's
Yeah.
definitely done that.
yeah. I mean, especially if you have the joystick, like you said, the joystick choice option
Yeah.
to steer it. Like, do you think there's not some dude up there fucking
Panic,
like,
get confused.
Oh, shit. Nosedive, break, snap your cock off. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was probably the most expensive lunch we've ever had.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The gas alone, and
What'd you have?
I had a burger and fries.
So,
And what do you think
you
those
went
two ladies had?
Well, so you went to Battle Creek.
well,
Yeah.
Travis had some
And-
seaweed and shit.
So was it just a? I mean, is there like a fly-through restaurant?
There's
or
a
is it
restaurant there
at the
at
airport.
the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was nice, and the girl there was like in flight school.
Okay.
And so they jacked each other off
Oh,
at the
Jesus
table.
Christ, there we go.
Both them and the waitress was like,
Yeah,
"Can we
yeah.
place the order now?" And it was just like
Talking about the numbers
the
and-
numbers, yeah,
or
the
whatever, you know what I
numbers,
mean?
Codes.
Yeah.
They were just getting off, and then
06 or 9er.
Trav was nice enough to buy lunch. He claimed it was the least he could do for Ryan, and I agreed. I wasn't going to pull out a card.
Sure.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
He pulls out a card at American Express that uses real like 737 metal from the plane.
Oh, really?
To make the fucking.
Oh my God.
And I swear to God, he hands it to the girl. She goes, "Oh, is this the one with the real metal from a 730?" I'm like, Jesus, fucking nerd.
Maybe that's the one that was
Nerds!
super heavy.
They love
He
it.
gave me a card for something one time, and I was like, "Did you give me 5 cards? Why does this thing weigh 1.5 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?"
Yeah.
I just thought that's what rich people had.
Right.
Well, it is. It is. He counts as
Mine's
one.
mine's see-through and shakes when you.
Yeah, mine's red and shitty. Anytime I see someone in line with the red card, I'm like, yeah, you're broke too. I get it.
How much longer do you know how out of the way you had to go for the storm? Like, did they explain it to you? Or, I
You
mean,
know,
that-
it's honestly, it seemed like no big fucking deal to me.
Gotcha.
You know, this plane is Superman.
Yeah.
And Trav's freaking out. He's tried to cancel the flight like a dozen times before he even took off.
for real?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you sure you want to go out
Bit
there?"
of
I'm
a
looking.
worth that one.
You know,
Gotcha.
they're just, you know, they're nerding out to possible
Tailwinds and
yeah,
whatnot,
head
and-
speeds and all this
Yeah.
shit. That, you know, we could get. This is going to expand. You're going to see a big weather pattern over here, and then it does. And he's rock again. He's like, "See, this is what I was talking about." They're studying weather maps and shit.
Well, when
I
you're
mean, like,
flying, I guess that's probably a good thing.
yeah,
It is
Just wing
probably
it. Holy
okay to-
shit! There's a storm.
Whoa,
I
where did
didn't
this
no
come
idea.
yeah. But I'll show you.
Why 75-mile-an-hour winds? What the?
I wasn't scared of it at all. The only thing that ever scared me.
You go
was-
up and over it. You got to go around it.
I think you can, but that's a shot I took out the window.
Oh yeah, that's just some rain. Good, pretty good rain.
That's a
That might-
cool picture, though, man.
might have been
Yeah,
when I
that's what
drove
Trav
through.
thought.
Cool picture.
Trav got hard to this picture too.
Might have been when I
I
drove
would have
through.
posted that shit, man.
There was an absolute downpour after I got out of work today.
Yeah.
I mean, like, couldn't
Really?
even see
Yeah.
driving. Like, I even consider, and I'll drive through anything. I considered pulling over
Really?
because
Wow.
I was full, and
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I couldn't even see the car in front of me.
No kidding.
Yeah, for a good 2-3 minutes at
Yeah.
least that it was that heavy. But I'm on the freeway, 75, like down by the shit plant and stuff, going over
Yeah.
the bridge, like
Yeah.
over there. I was going over that bridge when it was doing that.
Yeah.
So a little sketchy. I'm like,
You and your truck almost pulled over.
I had
Said
it been a
almost,
different
like,
place,
right.
but then I'm like, what am I going to do? Stop on this bridge? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get hit and knocked over. So
Right.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. I said the thought crossed
You were
my
fine.
mind.
Yeah.
Yes. So
We pulled into Willow Run. Ryan was like, "Well, fuck, we should probably text Peterson."
of course,
And I'm like, "Yeah,
it's his home field.
It's his home base." And so he's across the fucking airfield with Ty, Hats boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, I'm starving. We're gonna go to lunch. We're just picking Ryan up here or Travis up here, and then we're taking off." He's like, "Fuck that, dude. Get over here." Blah blah blah. And so we go over there. And it's like 5 minutes, guys. I do not want to get
Yeah.
out of this plane and into this plane again. And then
Oh, right,
Ryan
right, yeah.
went walking into the fucking not museum, but
Hangar?
the
I know,
hangar.
yeah.
Two
Well, that
open
is
hangars where.
That Yankee Air Museum's down there, too.
Yeah,
They have
we
all
didn't
those
go in
old
there.
planes and all that.
But all of a sudden, Ryan pops the biggest boner I've ever seen him pop. And he's climbing in all these fucking planes and he's hanging out for an hour in each one. And I'm just yelling at him up in his little window. He's up there just jacking off in the plane. I'm
we
like,
good?
Bro, let's go. Come on.
All because he was hungry.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, exactly.
he didn't have the foresight to eat breakfast or anything before he left.
Well, someone was going to buy
Well,
lunch.
they did say it was
so-
noon. They did say noon, and it was like, oh, it's a 20-minute flight. Great, we'll be noon 30. I'm not going to eat breakfast.
I
That's
would
great.
never listen to some people like that when you knew Travis was going and stuff like that because you knew they'd have to inspect the plane
Sure.
before and
9 times.
I mean, that would have I would have
the
definitely
fuel off.
right, just to do it for no reason other than to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking 95% full. Oh, wouldn't hurt to
Good
drive it
enough.
over here and.
The other thing that happened this morning, I'd mentioned that we're getting this bathroom demoed down here, and so there's the main guy, right? Comes over, he's 50 years old or so, and super nice guy. It wasn't Tom, but Tom's guys.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you've met him.
I have not.
Yeah.
I thought we were
And-
speaking of Tom. Tom is the main guy, so.
Yeah. So his guy comes over. He's great. And we discussed our back issues together, and he was laid up for like 9 months. It was fine. And he's got these 2 young kids with him,
How young are we talking?
19,
Okay.
18.
Well, I don't know if we're like 12-year-olds or.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to insult anyone, but think along the lines of Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know?
sure.
Neat kids, just fine, but that aged, where they're, and so I'm upstairs doing show prep, and I can hear them talking down here. And they're like, and one of them goes, "Man, remember when we were young, before our bodies started breaking down? Imagine if we had that kind of bodies with the knowledge that we have now."
Oh, jeez.
They're skinny as a fucking fence post
You're
and
invincible.
19 years old. I'm like, you think your shit's falling apart now? Adorable,
Good luck, sir.
Adorable.
Yeah.
But hard workers. And trustworthy. So
Good.
as far as I can tell,
The door
What
was
did you
locked
end
when
up-
I got home, so.
Did
was
you?
it really?
Yeah. I panicked for a minute. Like, do I even have a fucking key?
I was curious if you decided if you as far as because you're leaving for a long period of time. Did you want to mention that at all? Like the talk you had with me about should
yeah,
you?
yeah. E and I devised a plan last night.
Okay.
I was like, because I'm consulting with Isis. You were gone.
I know it's
so
pretty rough.
I'm consulting with Isis. I'm like, here's my dilemma. I have a crew coming in that I really don't know.
Yep.
And Troy's not going to be here. And I'm supposed to go fly in with Travis and Ryan. So I'm like, can you leave them alone in your house?
They're professionals. You should be able to.
Well,
That's-
hypothetically.
Yeah,
Well,
and he
there's-
was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll call my mom and see if she can come over because she's been watching Cece.
yeah, the whole point was to get the dog out of here, though.
Right. But, for a couple hours. What did you
ahead.
say? Go ahead, E.
Oh, for one, I was going to say this is a little different than a normal person in the sense that there's a lot of money right over here. I don't know. You never know. I know you say
Yeah.
you should be able to trust people to do
Yeah,
it,
listen,
but
these knuckleheads don't know that these cameras aren't running 24/7, though.
True.
yeah, I guess that's
You
true.
walk in and see 15 cameras around and go,
Well,
back right out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I think we decided, let's tell them my mom's coming over any minute. Or
Well,
a
I
little
thought
bit.
I think no. There was either your mom was going to come over. You were full on going to ask your mom to come over,
Yeah.
or possibly just let them like, hey, I'm just heading up to Meyer for a little bit. I'll be right back, and then just be gone for 4 hours
Yeah.
or something.
You
But
know what I ended up doing?
in their mind, thinking,
Yeah. I let him teeter, and I just ghosted. I just walked out the fucking door.
That's
and
smart.
drove
Not even
away.
let them know you're gone.
Yeah.
That's
And then
a
you
good
don't
idea.
know where you go.
And
You have no
so-
idea if they're coming back.
you might be up
Yeah.
in the room. They don't even know. You
Well,
might
you
be
go
taking
out
a
and be like,
nap.
the car's gone. Like, oh, could you just run out for a pack of smokes?
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be flying.
Could
Who
be-
knows?
Yeah. Could be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I did text.
Keeps them on their toes.
I did text Tom and Leona, and I was like, hey, I know this is probably a shitty question to ask, but I've got some appointments this afternoon. I need to take off. Is that weird to leave the guys? She goes, absolutely not. It's not a bad question.
You don't have to
First
babysit.
off.
Yeah.
But she said they are left alone all the time. They're super trustworthy. They're great guys. And I was like, okay, good enough.
I mean, you realize you're in people's homes all the time, and people work
Yeah,
and
I
have
know.
full-time job. Most people aren't home all day.
Well-
Most people are at work.
Right.
And they don't take days and weeks off when there's projects going on. in
Yeah,
the house,
but
so.
I was, we've been watching not Breaking Bad, but
Better Call Saul.
was it Better Call Saul? Remember, it might have been Breaking Bad, actually.
Okay.
And the scheme they had going where they would tent the houses for,
Yeah, to build
for
meth.
few
Or
occasions.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
them build a
Yeah, that
meth
was
lab in the
Breaking Bad.
house.
Yeah.
That was Breaking Bad.
Genius idea, by the way.
Yeah, and one of the things they said are these guys come in and tent the house. While they're in there, they case the shit out of the joint. Now, they don't go back and rob it themselves.
No, they
but
pass that information.
Pass that information. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe these guys are masterminds, and they're just going to case the shit out of the joint. You know what I mean? Like that's where my head goes because I just watched those episodes, and so
Right.
I was scared. I was scared. I'll admit it. I was scared.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. So if anything goes missing, even a penny, you fucking tell me.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out.
Keep your eye out.
Oh, there's shit. There's somebody stole the vanity out of the bathroom. The mirror's gone too.
Yeah, it is a little empty in that bathroom.
Someone nabbed the sinks. Shit.
Oh, they took the light fixtures too.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been robbed.
Yep,
we've been robbed.
It's highway robbery. No, what a fun day though. I can't thank Ryan enough, and Trav. It's so fun hanging out with him.
I
And
had the opportunity a couple of years ago, and it was absolutely very cool. We're like Eskimo brothers. We've all been
That's
flying.
true.
The plane.
That is true. All
boy,
the
that's a
flying with
terrible
Ryan.
fucking term.
Was it the new plane or the old plane? that
Mine
you
was
went
the
in?
new one, the one that my cat went with.
all
So.
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he just got that.
Oh, unless it's brand new. I mean, I
It's
went
22.
I
Well,
mean, I
yeah,
went in
but-
like May or
Yeah, I was
or not
saying,
in May,
it's
like March or
a few
whatever
months
when I
ago,
went.
but
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah. Maybe it
That was
was
the new one.
Yeah,
that
that was the
was
old
that was the funk I smelled in the back seat. Okay.
I didn't sit in the back seat. Well,
front
it was
seat,
the,
I meant.
the other
Front
two guys, I guess, did though.
I tell you what though, 3 months ago, wouldn't have fit in that plane.
No.
No. Nope.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Svelte.
Svelte. I still got fat shamed out there though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, look at the two you were with.
Was
Ryan.
the tail dragging a little bit as you were
Yeah,
trying to
ass end was just
take
fucking-
off?
Yeah, Ryan had a few, snappy remarks
Jabs.
for me. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I mean, you know.
So to
like-
go back to your question, though, would they have salads?
Salads.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, was it salad?
Yeah,
fucking.
Mrs. Fiorini had a Cobb salad, and Mrs. Bully had a garden salad.
I guess, for these people, if you go out, like I just never go out to eat because I'm so cheap. But if you go out to eat all the time, maybe it's easier to actually get like, a grilled chicken or a salad. But for me, it's like, I just don't go out that often. So I'm not going to fucking go there and I want to get a goddamn cowboy burger or some shit.
I'm going
like,
somewhere.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, look what they look like, I guess. And,
Yeah.
look what I look like and you look
Can't
like.
argue with the results.
And
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it shows.
Hey, a message from our guys over at Zott Ford and Holly. Gabar and the gang at Zott Ford still have interest rates as low as 2.9% for up to 72 months on new and pre-used cars, trucks, and SUVs. And that's crazy good. This offer will not last long because as the Fed raises rates, these smoking hot deals can't last forever. So if you want the best deal in the deal in the D and the lowest rates possible, go see our boy today. Zott has new whips in stock like the F-150, Bronco Sports, Escape, Edges, and Expeditions. The studs over at Zott Ford and Holly always make buying and leasing fast, fun, and easy. So check out their sick deals and sexy inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Easus, do you have that video pulled up of AOC? Have you seen this video yet, T?
I have not. Is she naked?
No. No, I know.
I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I really want.
Here's the problem.
Tulsi,
She's
good looking.
Tulsi let it slip out.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some
He's a
AOC.
bartender, back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What are
You know what the
what are the
problem
odds
with-
she's got a tramp stamp?
I wouldn't.
AOC?
Yeah.
How old is she, though? Because
She'll be eligible to run for president next term, and that means she's 35.
Totally
in
getting
24.
in, by the way. Totally gonna nail it.
Who?
What?
AOC.
You are?
No, she's gonna make it. She's gonna get the first time she gets eligible.
Oh,
she's gonna be
no
elected.
way.
I think that
I think she's horribly unpopular outside
Yes.
of her little fucking New York world.
the reason I asked the age is because I think those have kind of gone away. So, you know what I mean? That was like a 90s, early 2000s thing.
I would like to say that that's true.
They're still around, you think?
However,
You've done some internal investigation?
my daughter just came back from Vegas.
Oh, no.
What?
Stamped up? Proper?
Yeah. Yeah, I came over, hung out in the pool the other day, and I was like,
What does it
"What
say?
the
I mean,
fuck?"
What's it say?
I
Daddy's girl?
It's the Declaration of Independence. See?
don't know. They say different things.
not.
All
It's
tramp stamp doesn't say the same thing.
It's like wings, and I don't know.
Okay.
Believe me, I averted my eyes immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't
Did you
expect
question?
it. Oh, yeah, I called her out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What did she say? What was your explanation?
I was fucking wasted in Vegas.
I swear to God,
Which I can't argue with.
Good answer as any.
It's as good an answer. It's actually the better
best
than
answer,
I've been wanting one for years.
Yeah. A mistake in Vegas is better. It's the best you
exactly. And if that's the mistake you're going to make in Vegas,
yeah.
I'll take it.
I always,
you know what? I haven't thought about the tramp stamp in a long time.
Yeah.
It got so much heat after its initial blaze of glory. Like that, the tramp stamp was the shit.
Yep.
You know, like it was for strong 10 years, 15 years. And then it got so hated. It was like Hootie and the Blowfish.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like they had so many hits with the original, album that it was like, fuck Hootie the Blowfish.
He had to go country.
Yeah, exactly. And now now it's like Hootie can tour again and people like him. I don't know that the tramp stamp's that big a deal.
I wish it wasn't giant.
Yeah.
Like it's huge.
Dude,
I don't know. You know, to me, like, I don't think it's because I don't think it's an old man thing. I don't think I always thought it was obviously stupid to me.
well,
like
stamp?
Yeah,
but you've got a ton of stupid tattoos. So to each their own, right?
No, I think they're different. Like, I think a generic, dude, I mean, because what do they all say? These are all things I like, bands I like, or something like that. I mean, on some level.
So is it purely the location?
I think the location is just so fucking
You know what I can't get
terrible.
into? Obviously the thigh tattoos.
Those I like.
You do?
Yeah, on a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like. We've had this talk too many times
Not a
before.
fan. Yeah.
No,
I like
fan.
girls with tattoos. We've had this talk so many times. I think I like tattoos. I thought you didn't, or maybe
No,
it was Jay.
I don't mind.
Maybe it was
I
Jay
mean,
that didn't. I don't know.
That would be a Jay thing.
Yeah.
Probably. That sounds like Jay.
You know,
although Jay's got a couple tats.
Thigh's better than neck, let's say.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. There's a girl in Arizona that I know that's like fully necked up like Travis Barker, and she's still hot.
You know what's weird about girls?
But the thigh one is weird to me. I don't know.
She's got a neck tattoo, but not a thigh tattoo.
Well,
Didn't get that far, huh?
it hasn't gotten.
Sorry to hear it.
It was the pandemic. She was masked.
I would say this.
I don't know. She would come over and cut hair.
So she could have had a goatee tattoo, and you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
With girls, the funny thing I would say is like I could even do a sleeve on a girl, but if she had both arms, that would be like too much for me.
Really?
It just would seem too.
Now you're dirty. One is your.
I don't know. It's too manly almost. Like one.
One full sleeve is not manly, but two.
There's something
two
about
is.
it to me. There's something
Really?
about it to me that would just be a little too much.
You should seek
Interesting.
therapy to figure that out because that doesn't make any
I
sense
should
at
seek
all.
therapy for lots of reasons. I think
Yeah,
that's probably
yeah.
the least of them. But
Are you interested in more tats?
I would get so many more if it came down. It's just money. That's all what's coming. I want to get a Simpsons sleeve still at some point.
Seriously?
Yes,
Actually, that's kind of
100%.
a great idea. All the characters, like
Yeah,
like
and
a montage kind
Like
of thing.
the poster with all the characters?
I don't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to have them like little pink donuts as like the filler because it never completely. You're not just going to have them like a fucking puzzle piece.
Oh, there's
like,
so many filler things.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
I'd
do.
get like Molman. I don't know, whatever, man. Like I would get. Yes, I would 100. I still want to. I'm just fucking. I don't have the money.
What
Just
would your
spend on that.
chalkboard say?
That's a good question, man.
Oh, that is a good question.
That'd be a good one, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought, and the problem is, I've stopped thinking about it because it's going to become so unreal. I just don't think I'll have the money to ever, or I'll feel like I'll have the money.
I will not get a sleeve tattoo. I will not get a sleeve tattoo.
Yeah, that's damn.
I will not
That'd be
get
pretty
Simpsons
good.
That's
tattoos. I will not
fucking
get.
cool.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
I will never get a Simpsons tattoo. I will never get a Simpsons tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could put Bart and Lisa on my body. Like they're such throwaway characters to me.
No,
Like,
I would do a lot of. I would do a lot of
you get into
secondary things.
Those secondary characters are funny as shit. I
Yeah.
would definitely include Apu. I'm not canceling Apu.
Yeah, but you're talking a full sleeve. Like they'd be included in that. Just somewhere.
I mean, to me, though, there'd be
Yeah.
things like Blinky, the
Yeah, all of
three-eyed
it.
fish, and stuff like that.
Obviously.
But it's like I've stopped.
I
even
love the chalkboard idea though.
That is
That's
great.
That's really fucking funny.
That is good. But like I said, I think at this point, it's gone like I just don't see me being able to feel like I can justify the money. It's the money is fully the reason that's stopping me at this
Yeah,
point.
but it's for life. I mean, it's a few $1,000 investment.
It'd be
for
more
life.
than a few thousand, and I don't have that few thousand.
Probably by the
I
time
just
it's all
don't.
said
I
and
can't
done.
justify it.
Oh yeah, you got those hangers on to support.
Even how dare you? I'm
sorry. I don't mean to shit on your
I'm gonna take you out
boys.
and duel you. Defend their honor. But no, like even if it weren't for that, I just don't know. I'd have to make some serious money at some point.
Yeah.
But I would love tattoos. I would love them, and I would give more. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the podcast takes off and you're
Right.
going to be wealthy.
The Big E Comedy Venture podcast available every Friday.
No, you can't blow
Spotify
by
and
us.
iTunes.
After we start up the Go Fuck Me.
Oh, this
Go Fuck
one.
Yourself
Oh, sorry.
page.
Oh, I thought
This one.
Oh, my. I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, no. I was.
Yeah.
But the Go Fuck Me page, or Go Fuck Yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
And,
Instead of
we'll-
GoFundMe.
we'll-
You're
do a-
including me in the
do some money
profits
raising
of the
for
Go Fuck Yourself page?
No, we would do a fundraiser for you.
Oh,
There you
hey,
go.
I'll take that.
That's my
I'll
idea.
take.
I'm taking that one all day.
Oh, but if you do, as long as you do a fundraiser to get the tattoo paid for, then I'm okay with
exactly.
I wonder if we could do that. Just throw it out there, not put any pressure on people, but just be like,
Dude, next
hey,
time you see a house on fire,
go in and save
stop and
everybody.
run in.
it. Yeah.
And even if you try
Yeah.
and don't say, as long as nobody dies, if you at least make the effort and come back out, then
I think
you could probably get a little something on it. Make sure you just kind of get a little,
Yeah.
suck a little smoke.
Yeah.
You know,
Char your arm up a little
Yeah,
bit.
get the hair off the arm and shit. Singe
you
the beard
say that,
off.
I think this is knowing I'm talking about myself. I think this is what happened. If I saw the house, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to do something." I would fall before I entered the house.
Yeah.
And then someone else would show up,
Yeah,
and
you'd end
I'd have
up-
a broken ankle.
You'd fall and end up blocking the only exit out of the house and trapping everyone inside.
they're having to kick my carcass out of the way.
Run up and light a brick of firecrackers off it.
And there'd be, by the way, there'd somehow be video of it. There'd be like a fucking
Yeah.
door cam from across the street, and I'd just be falling.
Cisgendered middle-aged white man blocks black family from exiting house on fire.
Hey, speaking
Your
of which,
family name would be ruined forever.
I had a thought on that.
What's up?
After we went over the video from
Yeah.
that guy, I realized that that video starts out with the firefighters coming up, and there's a guy, whether a bystander, a neighbor, whoever,
Yeah.
that says, "Hey, you see that car in the driveway? A guy pulled up to go park there to go tell him the
Well,
house
what was
is
he
on
doing?
fire, and then ran around back, and I haven't seen him since." I was like, "Wait, that means you were fucking there already
Yeah,
when
dude.
that guy pulled up." You
And
saw
you
him,
stood there.
and you're still just standing there. What?
Yeah. Did he have a stick in his
The
hand with
opposite
marshmallows?
of hero. Yeah.
That's a good point. Like
Yeah.
that,
I
because
was
he
like,
would
wait a minute. That means that guy was there watching this thing go down with kids inside of it.
Yeah.
unless he,
I tried to tell him not to, but he went in anyway.
Well, did the guy that ran in? He knew there were kids, or he just thought there was a
no,
fire?
he saw
He
the
was
house was on fire.
yeah,
He went
So
around
my-
to the back and
he
was
just
like,
started yelling,
"Is
"Get
there
out, get
anybody
out,
here?
house
Is
on
there
fire."
anybody here?"
But this guy that you're talking about, maybe that guy saw that guy go in and called the people, and he was waiting, I guess.
He said he saw the car pull in the driveway, which
Yeah.
means he was
there
there,
from-
standing there
Yeah,
when
from
that
the
guy
jump.
showed
Yeah.
up.
But if he hadn't been there then, and he had left, then maybe they wouldn't have known that anyone was in there, and they.
Who cares? He jumped out the window with a kid anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
And collapsed on the grass right
Yeah.
after. That's an amazing video.
He's almost hit his $500,000.
Is he?
I checked. not too
Yeah,
long
I was.
ago.
Oh, you did good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not at a $500,000 already.
Say this, by the way, but the $500,000, I thought about it yesterday afterwards. Like, I don't know what kind of insurance this dude has, but I mean, he's going to take a lot like that. I mean, there's going to be a big ass bill he's got coming hospital wise. So I just don't know how that's going to, like, this might pay for that.
Why wouldn't the hospital just do the charitable thing and be
They-
like,
I don't
this
know, but I'm
one's-
just saying. I mean, but
First
it
of all,
is.
he might have insurance. Who
Right.
knows? Hit
that
it's
$1,000
not that
deductible.
It's not that extensive from what I've seen. I mean, he had some
Yeah.
burns and some smoke.
He's doing
inhalation.
interviews
Yeah.
from the hospital.
Yeah,
bed.
he
Okay,
wasn't-
okay. So it's not as bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
he's
he
not
should
like,
pocket tax-free
skin
$400,000.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to spend $100,000 on.
Okay.
No, well,
Okay.
I don't
I
think
wouldn't
that's.
think.
It's not tax free though. You still have to. I think you still have to declare.
Oh,
it as
yeah,
income.
maybe.
It's still income on some level. You still have to,
Which is
declare it.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, I right. Yeah. Oh, hey. So the Go Fuck Yourself page.
Yeah.
Let's find a way around that so it's not your name's not all over it. So it's not. this guy can't hide it.
You
He's
make
all
up
over the
names?
news and he's name. Yeah. Well, I
They
mean,
sign in and they have like an alias
something,
name.
right?
and-
Like at least there's no way you can hide this. Like
No.
everybody knows. But
Or at least I would say, I mean, that'd be the better option, by the way. But I would say at least as a thing you would do is I would just say, look, we'll do that for you, and whatever you see here is what you get. Don't you have to do this math? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'll kind of just be out the door. This
we'll
is what
set
you
it
get.
up through like offshore accounts.
Well, yeah, you'll
All
get
right.
a tax
Now you're
guy,
talking.
and you'll have it all set up. So you just let them know, like, this is what you get. What you see is what you'll get.
Going back to AOC, I don't know if she's got a tramp stamp.
Okay.
The problem with AOC is she knows everybody wants to bang her, and she's very vocal about that.
Absolutely.
So
Is she
I don't want
really?
to give. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she come up and
She's referenced it.
It's many times.
White men want to fuck her, and it's like, yes, absolutely, but
Hey, that's a compliment.
Not when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
compliment.
Even though I do, I don't want to tell her that.
Yeah. Hey,
She
let's
knows
circle
it.
back in this in about 15 years, see if that's still the case. So
Right.
embrace it there.
Exactly.
Ayok.
Exactly. Police arrested at least 17 House Democrats on Tuesday for blocking traffic outside of the Supreme Court during a planned civil disobedience abortion protest. These things are just getting so obnoxious. Like, oh, it didn't go my way. What do you? Well, we have to immediately protest. And I know that's your First Amendment right. Whatever. So the cops, the protocol is you warn them like 3 times. Okay, this is your second warning.
Right.
If you get past the third one, we arrest you. And so,
like a fucking parrot?
Yeah.
Before I count to 3.
yeah, you're going in timeout. Now you're doing it. You're going to timeout. So Elon Omar, that idiot from Minnesota, AOC, Sandy, from Jersey or wherever the hell she's from, they get arrested. And AOC, watch her. She's pretending to be handcuffed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I haven't
Isis.
seen it, but I've heard of it.
So there's AOC. Wow.
Doing the perp walk?
Yeah. They've got her in cuffs. They've got her in cuffs. Yep, she's cuffed. Oh, wait.
Oh, whoa, what happened to those
Fist
cuffs?
up. Oh, no, I'm supposed to be cuffed. I'm
Is
cuffed.
that what happens to real people when they get cuffed? They can
Yeah.
put their fist up like
Well,
that?
maybe that's not what she's actually doing then. Maybe she's just.
Oh, no, there's video of Elon Omar doing the same thing.
Okay.
Like they're being perp walked through the crowd as heroes, martyrs,
Gotcha.
if you will. So I don't know how long they were booked
I
for.
heard Alien Omar used her one phone call in jail to call her husband and her brother.
Yeah,
I don't
it's not bad. That's not bad. On the spot. That's on the spot.
I just don't.
She married her brother.
Did she?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
That is a good joke then. I'm sorry. I just couldn't appreciate it because I honestly didn't know
She
that.
used her one phone call
Yeah,
to
yeah.
call her husband and her brother.
Yeah, that is
It's
good.
great. It's great.
No, I just didn't.
And that's straight off the top of the head.
Right.
Guarantee it.
Actually, I heard it today, so I can't.
Oh,
take,
did you?
I can't take full credit for it
who
today.
heard it
Son
from
of a
who?
bitch.
Heard it from who?
Not you, obviously. Doesn't matter where it came from.
Wow. Source material.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I just, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's just pathetic. These people are such clowns.
Well-
Such frauds.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
What?
You can play that one too. Ian.
You
that's Ilhan Omar.
Oh, so this is the other dude pretending like he's getting cuffed.
What's
Chick.
the difference? So this is not okay, but the truckers one was.
What do you mean?
So the truckers protest, blocking the roads, doing that kind of stuff. You
Oh,
supported all that.
the only thing I'm taking issue with here is
Her
the
pretending.
pretending to be
Oh, I
handcuffed.
thought it was the fact that they were out blocking traffic and all that kind of stuff, which is very similar. ironically.
Yeah.
And you gave them the warnings, and then you tell them you got to go.
yeah.
But-
no, I didn't care
Okay.
about that. I
Peaceful protest, man.
yeah,
That's what
it's
you're
great.
allowed to do.
Go out there and smile and act like you're being handcuffed. And
Didn't
it's
people
just,
glue themselves to the road at the Tour de France, or maybe not?
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
it was at least a bike race or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
something
maybe
like
might
that.
not have been the tour, but they literally glued themselves to the road.
Yeah.
And
I'd
we're like,
leave them.
Exactly.
yeah, that's what we do now with these people.
Let's see what happens.
Leave them.
Yeah, roadkill.
Let them sit there for a week. Honestly,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. So was there? Oh, there wasn't another one. What was this
Oh
one?
no, we can play this. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. These people are just such fakes. They're so fucking fake. Oh, Ilhan Omar.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, I'm handcuffed.
Hers is way worse than AOC's. At least
the other guy was. At least he was getting walked out.
Look at that.
Right.
That's on purpose.
Yes,
Like you're being
100%.
handcuffed.
that's just her walking.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
The
that's
other one
not
was
even-
she was being taken by the arm, so you
Yeah.
could put the illusion out that you had it, but until you put the arm up.
Yeah.
But what have you?
Follow up on a story we did yesterday.
Uh-oh.
New details emerged that have come out and highlighted just how impressive the response from the Good Samaritan in Indiana. Was it
the
Greenwood
mall? Yeah,
shooting?
yeah.
Elijah Dickin.
Mm-hmm.
So police said
You will be now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Police said the 22-year-old had no prior police training, no military background, and he learned to shoot from his grandfather. Mm-hmm. Dickin was at the mall Sunday with his girlfriend. We knew that. When the shooter emerged from the bathroom, I guess this kid was in there for an hour just jacking himself up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to really get to
Doing
it
the
this
whole
time.
8 Mile
Yeah.
shelter pep talk.
So he comes out of the bathroom and just starts opens fire.
Yeah.
What happened next was simply amazing. Dickin, using a 9mm Glock pistol, fired off 10 rounds, hitting the shooter 8 times in the span of 15 seconds and from a distance of 40 yards.
Yeah, and I heard it was within, the first report was after like 2 minutes or something that I heard. But then what I heard is that it was within 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Of the guy starting shooting that
Yes.
he returned fire on that.
And this is what was cool about what the cops did here, the police chief. I would like to make a correction on a statement made yesterday because I thought that was weird that this is going on for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes is a tremendously long period of time.
It is. And
if you're talking about someone with a,
right, but you got to understand that there's
magazines
chaos, there's people running, there's people taking cover, and I could see being the one that gets down, assessing the situation, figuring it out, getting your gun, all the, those kind of things, and then having the opportunity to take a shot. So it wasn't totally crazy to me because 2 minutes is a long time, but not really.
Yeah.
It's both. It's an eternity and a second
Yeah.
at the same time, depending on what you're doing.
Right.
So, but then when I heard that it was within 15 seconds of this starting, like, fucking stud.
This guy was going to murder
Oh, yeah.
God knows how many
exactly.
people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know. I don't know how much he had ammo. Did they ever release this stuff? What
He did. He
how
had
much
multiple
had.
magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah.
This kid was in the right place, and apparently he's while he's shooing people out of the way.
Really?
Like get out of the way so he didn't hit any civilians.
There's got to be surveillance
unbelievable.
footage of this.
Yeah.
This is the food
Oh,
court.
yeah.
Let this out.
Yeah. So the cops wanted to make this point. There was an error in the timeline of events given. The time lapse between the moment the shooter exited the restroom and began shooting and when he was shot by the civilian was only 15 seconds.
Okay, there you go.
Not 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The video shows the shooter exit the restroom at 5:56:48. He was neutralized by Dickin at 5:57:03.
Hell yes.
This error was simply a result of misreading notes during the conference, and I feel the need to correct this immediately.
Yep.
Thank you. He
Right
said
on.
that what he did was nothing short of heroic, very tactically sound as he moved to close in on the subject. He was also motioning for people to exit behind him. It's incredible.
The other thing I heard too was that I don't know Indiana law. I don't really know gun law that well, but he didn't have a concealed carry permit. He was under some sort of maybe you can find the term for it. I forget, but like a constitutional law or something that said he could carry.
The Wall Street Journal's editorial board noted that it appears that Dickin was lawfully carrying his pistol under the state's new law that allows people to carry handguns without a permit.
Okay. Yeah, there was
So,
there was a term for it when I read it the first time, but so that he
So it's the constitutional carry law.
constitutional carry law. Okay, there you go.
We could not find that he had a permit. He was carrying legally under the Constitution. Carry law.
Huh.
Yep. By the way, there's been some new polling that's come out today. More Americans trust a good Samaritan armed with a gun to stop a mass shooting than police officers or federal agents.
Well, I think after Uvalde.
Well, this was done before Uvalde.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this isn't called because I thought the same thing. I was
Yeah.
like, well, after Uvalde,
right,
you're watching
exactly. You're gonna watch this thing happen.
375 cops sit on their hands.
Right.
I mean.
Well, I mean, I wonder if the reasoning behind that is that honestly, and this isn't a slam to cops. I don't know what the requirements are to go to the range, as far as maybe like regular people that are just like literally those people live in the range.
They have to go all the time.
All the time. Okay,
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure.
Like
Okay.
weekly or every 2
Oh,
weeks.
shit,
Or
okay,
so, like
okay.
it's a lot.
Can you imagine Mike Cracchioli not fucking going
No.
bursting through the doors?
No,
I
but that's-
can't even imagine it.
But he would do that without a badge. Is the difference
Right,
Have
true.
it? Somebody made a comment when I posted the story about the the pizza guy. Had made a comment that said, "I would take it in a fight. I would take this guy as my wingman over the whole Uvalde police department."
Yeah.
and my comment was, "Yeah, balls is greater than badge."
Yeah.
Not to disparage the men in blue,
Right.
But having a badge doesn't give you balls,
Right.
Balls give you balls.
Yeah.
you can have balls with a badge. You can have a badge without balls.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah. So this was done by according to a Convention of States Action and Trafalgar Group survey of Americans. They found that more Americans believe their best protection in a mass shooting situation is a nearby armed civilian rather than police, federal agents. Respondents chose armed citizens as the best protection by 41.8% to 25.1% for local police, 10.3% for federal agents.
That also could be, by the way, I feel like I just thought about it as like, regular person doesn't have to. There's so many regulations with a cop, and there's so much going on in their mind, maybe, like, whereas in a regular person just like, oh, fuck it, go.
Well, I mean, that was kind of my point, too, of, like, people having guns, can stop these things earlier. We were talking when I was saying more guns, have people in this situation can do it. But I wonder how much of that is response time. Like, people in that moment, fine, that's going to happen, but you have to call the cops. Cops have to respond.
Right.
Even if they do everything by the book, you're 2, 3, 5 minutes down the line.
Like, perfect situation, by the way.
Paul Blart's not going to roll up with his, on his scooter and handle the situation. So having somebody armed there in that moment changes everything.
Yeah.
Because the difference between 15 seconds and 2 or 3 minutes is dozens.
30 lives.
Is 3 or 4 clips.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I can totally see that being it. I don't know the premise of all how it all went down.
What happens in this situation if the Dickens kid is 40 yards away and just fucking cranks out 10 rounds and hits 8 civilians and then kills the guy?
Well, that goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
is he arrested for murder at that point, or is it like
he's probably charged on some level, I would think, because you're responsible for those deaths.
Yeah.
Nobody told you.
Wouldn't that be ironic if he killed more people than the fucking masked gunman did?
Yeah, it would be.
How ironic would that be?
Yeah, and we talked about it. I mean, of course it can go horribly wrong.
That would be interesing, man.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right.
He's like trying to be a hero, but
Right.
he ends up wiping out 7, 8 people on his own.
Just took it as an opportunity to kill people anyway. No.
Or he's just a shit shot.
No, yeah,
Your adrenaline's going crazy.
Yeah.
God, that would be a interesting situation.
I wonder what happened with that, because it'd be such a unique situation.
Yes. I would go. Like I said, you would have to be held accountable.
Did he take out?
Even though you were trying to do the right thing, you fucked up. So there's repercussions for that.
Does he take out the shooter in your scenario?
Yeah, I said he kills 8
Okay.
people, but the last 2 bullets, as he's getting closer, he does.
8 would be a lot. That's a lot.
Well, if it's a packed food court,
never know.
say there's a Chick-fil-A there, and there's a mile-long line.
Right? And the guy's just in the middle of everybody.
He's in the middle of everybody, and you just.
Well, in that setting, you shouldn't be firing into a crowd.
What if
Just
you? Hold on.
Well, he's firing into a crowd. Why can't I fire into a crowd? Trying to stop him from firing into a crowd.
What if you fire one shot, goes right through the shooter, and hits a little girl behind him and kills her too?
What is this, fucking JFK?
I'm just saying. Hey, it
We're
happens.
talking about here.
It happens.
That's one magic bullet. It does happen, especially if you clipped a wing and it just
you go right
shot
through
off.
like the neck right here, catch the
Well,
artery,
that's
but it
definitely
shoots right through.
What if it's a black kid?
Well,
black girl.
Well, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're
But
a racist.
You
true.
think that's fine if you shoot him and then you kill a little girl? You think that it's totally just?
I mean,
well, we know you.
Yeah,
didn't
I'm willing to.
You're
accept
on
that.
one shot there, I guess. I mean, the reason I would
I'm
say
not
that's
talking about your personal opinion. I'm talking like in the eyes of the court.
I think that
I don't know.
my thought is that at least that's like one shot. You did nick the guy. It's not like it wasn't like an errant shot where you literally froze and shot 10 feet to the left. So I think like an errant
Should we
bullet.
call Ogden and ask him, see if he'll answer the phone?
An errant bullet.
Just get a lawyer on the phone.
Perhaps.
I think in that setting.
Hey, in the meantime,
Okay.
this part of the show is brought to you by Janet Davis Cleaners on Woodward and Berkeley. It's family owned since 1938, and they offer free pickup and delivery. They use only the best environmentally friendly cleaning methods, meaning it's guaranteed not to stink. Intact button guarantee means you're not going to have any broken buttons because nobody wants those. It's a full-service dry cleaners, casual clothes, work clothes, wedding gowns, as well as sheets, comforters, duvet, tablecloths, and more. When you get blood on your shirt at the food court, call Janet Davis Cleaners or visit them at janetdaviscleaners.com. Call them at 248-543-0340. Mention TDC and get $20 off your first home pickup.
Very cool. All right, let's call Billy Boy.
He's really good about answering when you call.
Usually,
You know why? Because he knows it's going to be on the show.
Yeah.
It's not random.
Yeah.
If it's
Although
not
he
if it's
didn't
not
when I wanted-
live, you're going to
blew
text
us
him.
off when I wanted to get him to talk about
He was
Roe
probably
v. Wade.
taking one of his 7 dumps a day or whatever.
Yeah.
He talks about his dumps more than anybody I've ever seen in my whole life.
See, I thought has he stopped that?
Oh, maybe somebody.
But he was for a long time.
Yeah,
He was.
You reached Bill Ogden at 248.
he'd be like number 2, number 4. Hey.
Available to take your call. Please leave a brief message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks and have a nice day.
At the tone, please record your
I need this
message.
fucking thing.
When you
on
have finished recording,
So
you may hang up or press
Everyone- I
1
know,
for more
we all know.
options.
Billy, hey, it's Mike and Troy and Isis. We are on the air right now. We had a legal question for you. Call me back when you get a second. Thank you. All right. Hopefully.
That is a good question, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that all goes down.
I don't either.
Well, if you're a cop, you know it's a problem. But if you're a good Samaritan,
Yeah.
not sure how that all goes down.
Yeah.
That's a good point, right? If a cop did that, it would still be kind of a
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He still killed that kid.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd still consider him a hero.
Even if you took down the perp, you still killed a kid, an innocent civilian.
Yeah, because this pussy that I shot skin wasn't strong enough to keep things inside and just kill him.
You'd have to somehow do some
not my
math
fault.
and determine in your mind how many was the kid gonna kill if you didn't step in the way versus that. So maybe they could do some sort of
And I'm not even interested
angles
in
and whatnot.
I'm not even interested in the cop's liability. I want to like
A civilian.
the good Samaritan guy.
Exactly. In this situation.
who's trying to do the right thing and biggies the whole thing up.
I will say this. When I was looking up one time the idea of the citizen's arrest, me and my one buddy got really interested in the citizen's arrest thing. And it does say, like, you can hurt a criminal, as much as you want if you're chasing him down. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to a criminal.
Really?
In
Good to know.
In the sense of, like, say you see a bank robber.
Yeah.
You can go and just start whacking his kneecaps. I
Yeah.
think, and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You're
I got no
"Hey."
problem with that.
Yeah.
To neutralize the threat.
I know that's
Yeah.
not the same situation you're talking about, but
Yeah.
it didn't make me think like the idea like if you could just sit around waiting for crime to happen and then so you can take it out on these people.
Yeah, but what if he
Hang
takes
out
a
in the
turnaround?
just ride the subway for hours and
Right,
hours
just
and hours.
praying for
what
fucking-
if that same guy
Actually, for like 4 or 5 minutes.
exiting the building, you see him,
Yeah.
he takes the turn around the corner, you take the turn around the corner of 10 seconds later,
Yeah.
you got him in your sights, but it's the wrong guy, and you start kneecapping
well,
that
now
dude.
you're
That's a
that's
problem.
not good.
That's
Well,
clearly a problem.
you were still
No.
good Samaritan trying to take down the bank
It
robber.
doesn't have to
The
be-
guy had the same bag.
It has to be the dude
Doesn't
or
matter.
guy or girl,
Oh, yeah.
of course, whatever.
That's a horrible example.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just beating an innocent man.
Right,
kneecapping
just
him?
because you saw some guy running, like
No, he was robbed a bank. He had the same bag and the same similar color coat. I got confused. I thought it was the guy.
The road
bag
to
with money on
prison
it?
is paved with good intentions.
Joe Rogan. I love when Joe Rogan's name is trending. It's always
Who's
something
that?
good.
Generally.
You know Joe Rogan.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. He was trending the other day because he called Trump a
do?
man baby
Okay.
and said he was all jacked up on Adderall. So that was hilarious.
he thinks that Trump is jacked up on Adderall.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be interesting because he
And
doesn't.
so the
drink and
left
shit.
loved him for the day. Like, oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah, for
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
So
So
they
hate
pretended
him.
for a second they liked him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't do drugs. That would be interesting though. Or he doesn't drink. I wonder if he.
Who doesn't drink?
Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah, yeah. True.
So I wonder if he would do like pills. That'd be interesting.
I don't know. He's claimed he's never done a drug in his life, but maybe he doesn't consider Adderall.
Yeah, but a
I don't- who
prescription
knows?
wouldn't necessarily qualify as doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't strike me, to be completely honest, as an abuser of anything. Like,
Oh, I thought you were
Women.
going to say he didn't strike you as an honest guy. I was like, oh, really?
no. He didn't strike me as someone who was like a drug abuser.
No.
And I know
Well, you
people
said
that
an
hate
abuser,
him.
You said an abuser of any kind. I mean, abuses power, abuses women, things like that.
I don't care.
But drugs,
But,
you know,
yeah,
substance, okay.
Yeah. He just doesn't strike me. He's been so adamant about that. It's like Gene Simmons. You know what I mean? Like Gene Simmons gets off on bragging how he's never done a single drug in my life.
I always think, what's the point, man? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not- seriously, you get all this money, all this shit, and you're
But
not going to
Trump's
fucking have
been-
some beers or some
Trump's
shit?
been saying that since the 80s.
I know,
You know
I
what I mean?
know,
Like
he
he's
has.
just been. So it's like, okay, whatever.
Because his fat alcoholic brother, right? Or whatever?
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
Was it Fred?
Yeah.
Went down to alcoholism and
I saw what it did to him. Terrible things.
Yeah. So anyway, Rogan suggested shooting homeless people in Los Angeles after claiming the city's prosecutors no longer care about violent crime. He was recounting an experience of seeing 4 porta potties under an underpass where a homeless encampment was set up, and how a person had their car half blocking the road with a dresser and belongings stacked nearby. This is an interview he's doing with Segura, and this is such bullshit. I'll play you the clip.
Okay.
These people that just get outraged at everything. It's so clear what Rogan is talking about here. And if you haven't been to Los Angeles or San Francisco lately, if it's been a few years, you would be shocked at what you saw on the daily. You're talking about every bridge, and I mean every single fucking bridge, city blocks, even in the suburbs, blocks. Like your normal walk around the block, dude, there's 100
city.
tents.
Yeah.
There's grills. They're making it their home. There's a welcome mat in front of their tent.
Where do they get these tents?
Donate it. Jesus.
Are they though?
A lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe tents aren't cheap,
Oh, they're not.
right?
No, but a lot of them are shit. You know, barely hanging on tents.
Well, in my
But-
tent, maybe like sticks and a blanket.
I mean, how would you like it if out in front of this house there was 100 fucking tents, a shitty barbecue grill, a welcome mat, a broken potted plant, and these people just doing drugs 24 hours a day?
I would not like that.
Yeah, no, but I'm not even kidding you. This is in Santa Monica. This is in Malibu. This is in Beverly Hills, all over the Bay Area, all over. I can show you videos. I used to take videos of them when I was driving around.
Yeah.
It's incredible. You'll just see homeless people literally on the main intersections in city blocks, just laying with their head fucking off the curb. You know what I mean? Totally passed out.
Meanwhile, rent and home prices are going through the roof.
Yeah,
I mean, rent has basically doubled in the last 2 to 3 years.
right.
And but how do we expect to get But yeah, we can find them
Well, the
housing.
people that are, talking
we
down
can
on-
get them
right.
back on their feet. We can find them reasonable housing. The fuck,
Rich ass people walking right by them every day,
Right.
doing nothing.
especially in Santa Monica, I'm sure.
Right.
So go ahead and play the clip there. Jesus.
Somebody's garage is $5,000 a month.
You know, when you see stuff like that on the streets, at least in Los Angeles or maybe in
Love Thousand
California,
Yeah.
that's protected property.
Yeah.
Like if you were
So
to
you're
go,
not supposed to do that.
but like that's that person's property by law. If you
Oh,
were to
the
go,
homeless person's property is
Yes.
protected?
Yes. If you were to go and try to move that or take that,
You'd get arrested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious. Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody. Maybe you should just go and shoot the homeless people.
I like your ideas.
Yeah. And if nobody claims it,
See that I'm sorry. I had a better clip of that earlier that's longer.
Yeah.
The point he's making there is quite obvious.
Yes. You're not charging anybody with crimes.
Yeah, you're letting criminals out on the streets all the time. He's talking about the woke ass district attorney,
Exactly.
Gascon, and how absurd. He's making a point of how absurd
Right.
this is, and that
You can go kick their tent and go to jail, but
Yeah.
if you shoot them, you're
and this
nothing.
has tripled the problem. This is a law that went in fairly recently that some judge ruled that this is their personal property. Okay, just because they're unhomed, as they call them.
Yeah.
This is still his shitty sleeping bag. So if you try to clean up in front of your store and get these vagrants out of here,
Yeah.
you can't touch their stuff. So what ends up happening is when you come down into Malibu, right? So you got the coast on your left. You're coming down
Of
on
course.
the right side,
I mean,
right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, on the right side against the mountain is my point.
Right.
Is a sidewalk or a exit lane or whatever, and it's filled with fucking campers that don't even have wheels, and you can't move it because it's their personal property, and they have every right to live wherever they want, and you
Isn't that
can't.
just an abandoned vehicle that could be towed?
No, it's their personal property.
So is a car. If you leave a car on the side of the road, they fucking tow it.
Yeah, you tell them.
Well, I know. I'm sorry. I was talking in the real world.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's madness. And so his point is like, yeah, you can't even move this fucking degenerate's shitty sleeping bag off your sidewalk without getting in trouble for touching his private property.
Right.
But
But you can commit crimes all day long and not be prosecuted for it because,
have you heard the phone calls coming out of jail?
no.
Yeah, they have phone calls between family members and inmates in LA County where one guy's talking about how he's going to get Gascon's name tattooed on his head,
I've
on his
seen
face.
it,
Yeah. And other guys talking about how this new woke DA he's the hero of the jail inmates.
Right.
So
Isn't that who just got yanked? Wasn't that was in Frisco?
Chesa Boudin.
Oh yeah, Boudin,
Yeah, the woke DA up there
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
ass.
Well, that's a great start.
Yeah.
That's a great start.
Huge start.
So one of the problems
Yeah.
was just recalled or whatever the process was for that.
I think the problem's too big in San Francisco and LA.
Well-
I think it's too big. There's too many people.
It's the problem. Yeah, you supported it, endorsed
Yeah.
it, even for so long,
Right.
And you created this. Just lawlessness.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I can remember a girl I know lives in San Francisco, and this goes back 6-8 years probably. telling me how and she lives like, I mean, not right in the city, out in the whatever, but literally they just stopped locking their doors. They even stopped.
Yeah.
They left their windows down because their car would be broken into daily. And they got to the point where they wouldn't leave anything in there. I mean, not even a penny in the ashtray.
Yeah.
And then it didn't matter. So they stopped locking the doors, and these people were too fucking stupid to try it. So they would still break the fucking windows anyway.
Yeah.
So then they started leaving the windows down and it unlocked. And literally like a note on this thing. There's nothing here. Please don't.
Yeah.
And then they would just shit in the car or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is years ago.
Yeah.
Because when they decriminalized it and made prosecuting anything under $1,000 or whatever the threshold was, things like that. She's like, it's insane.
You can't imagine the depth of it until you see it in person.
Yeah.
You just can't fathom. Like, we see it an uptick here. I'm seeing everyone on the corners around here. New immigrant in town, blah, blah, blah. Anything helps. They're just sitting there with a baby.
Yeah.
You see that all over Telegraph. But you can't understand the gravity of those two cities and what's going on there. What these clowns that hold political office there, I don't know how you defend it. I don't know why these people keep voting for these people.
Yeah.
Like, this is so unsafe. The amount of times you park in a parking lot anywhere to go to get a Starbucks, there's going to be a shirtless guy with hair like E's talking to himself, filthy, and just looking for anybody to make eye contact with him so he can come fucking harass you for something.
You're looking bummy enough. We should do an experiment. We should put you out on a corner with a sign for a day and just find out what you make.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious.
It would be interesting.
And take whatever you make and donate it, or whatever. Anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. It's
you can
insane.
pick a corner.
Wherever you want it to be. I'm just saying. I mean,
Would you do
curious.
that?
I actually, this is not to this level.
have no
but I
idea
actually
if you
tried when we were. I actually, as a joke, tried it when we were on the trip. We were at a place. I did it for like an hour, and I didn't get any money. But
You didn't get any?
You were in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a.
Wasn't even a stop sign or something.
There was a sign. But
Did you have a sign?
I did have a sign, but it wasn't. It wasn't like you would do it with this. You'd have to get like this cardboard.
Yeah. Look. Yeah.
Where would I? Yeah, maybe I could think about it. It would be interesting to see what would happen.
Like I said, just more than anything, I'm curious.
you imagine
if
he
you end
clears
up with
$500
$20
a day?
or exactly? I
Yeah,
really want to know
it'd be
what
interesting.
that is.
Yeah, I mean,
put a fake baby.
Could be a good part-time job. You don't know.
right?
Take the dog with you.
Yeah.
Things like that. They really up the ante.
Take Tony.
There you go.
I
Oh,
can't
Tony on a
wrangling
leash.
cats.
Tony on a leash for sure. That would work.
You know what? I'd be. It's hard to explain. I'd be up for doing it. It can't be next week.
I mean, I
Next-
can't do it. I look too good to
recent
try
thing,
and beg
yeah.
for money. But you already got that going on.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
You do have a pretty dynamic homeless look going on right
Yeah.
now. I like it. I'm not ragging on it, but
Yeah.
it would work.
I'm up for it. Let's think about it. Like when and where I'll do
Yeah,
it. I'm
we'll work
up for the
logistics.
idea just to
Just
see what
find
would
it.
happen.
Yeah.
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 And we'll donate, 90% of it to
Why don't
White
we don't
House.
have to donate shit?
Oh, I
Let
don't know
him
about
keep it.
that, dude.
Yeah, you don't need to donate anything.
Man, dude.
Yeah,
Come
he's
on.
always donating to people. Pocket
Christ.
that shit.
If I sit on a goddamn corner with a sign all day,
Yeah,
I should
you
get, I
earn
should
that
get
the
to
hard
keep
way.
the $20.
Okay.
What if it's 500, dude?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you think you would make?
If it's $20, yeah, you can keep that shit.
Okay,
I have
would
no idea.
say.
I'm wondering.
I'll say this. If it gets over 100, then everything after that I'll consider like
Fair.
splitting.
That's fair.
Stupid.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
one
think
tank of gas.
I don't
dude.
think it's gonna. So,
I bet you'd be surprised.
all right.
LA's homeless advocacy groups are shocked by Rogan's direct statements. We, the Unhoused podcast host and homeless advocate Theo Henderson, said that Rogan's statements were repulsive. It's infuriating because it's not only out of touch, but the reality is that unhoused people are targeted by housed people.
I love that they just change the terms for
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Home. You don't have a home, but you're not homeless anymore. You're unhoused.
Do they identify?
Right.
As
Unhoused?
What if I identify as a housed person?
I identify my house being, fucking Brad Pitt's house. What's wrong with that? Why don't I just fucking go over there?
Yeah.
What is the difference? When they sit there and say like, just fucking put your tent right up next to fucking one of these gated houses and see what happens. See how much Brad Pitt likes legit seeing you every fucking day.
The difference is I don't think you can't do it on private property.
We'll do it on the
But you
fucking
can do it-
sidewalk.
Right. You can do it on public property, sidewalks and streets and things like that. That's where it's
We'll get right up to that gate
Yeah.
and fucking put it right
Yeah,
there.
you can't do it on private property at all. So
Right.
even this, unless they were on the street.
Who do these people even have these private property? How dare them while there's people fucking can't eat?
Yeah.
How dare these
Yeah.
people live in gated
Yeah.
houses?
Let's see. Is there really a thing where unhoused people are under attack by housed people? It's never crossed my mind. I suppose it could be a thing.
I don't know what you have to define attack.
And you have to, is it like you said, is it someone that owns a business and they're like, dude, get out of here? Or again, what I'm describing is like you literally put your tent right up next to my fucking mailbox.
Well, yeah, the people that live in Malibu that have to drive by that shit show every day and bitch about it are technically attacking the unhomed or unhoused or whatever.
Yeah.
Could you put your
Does that make it
tent
better,
right
by the way? Homeless.
No, right. It's the same.
Unhoused.
No,
It's
that's
just a pillow bullshit like you always talk
that's
about.
the irony of it. Yeah.
You know what? The only time I think the change worked, where it's like, okay, that does lessen the thing. If you're talking about pedophile versus minor attracted person,
Yeah.
right? Pedophile is like,
No, it still
ooh.
doesn't change.
Minor attracted person sounds like
still a pedo.
Yeah. Oh, I know it is, but I mean, like
You could trick
if
somebody
you're-
into thinking
if
if they
you're a
didn't know.
pedophile, you want to distance yourself from that word because
could-
that word is so bad.
You're only going to
Minor attracted person sounds
you're
a
going to
little
convince
less.
another minor attracted person.
By the way,
Yeah.
do you think you could like place your tent right up against someone's house, like not on their property, on the, like you said, on the street, and start getting mail to that mailbox? Like just start saying my address is 452.
No, because that's a federal crime.
Yeah, it was-
You can't,
Okay,
you can't
okay.
fuck with people's mailboxes at all.
Oh,
Like, you
okay.
can't even put, like, if you were driving, if somebody
Yeah,
dropped
they
something
always
off,
say
technically-
that.
it's
Yeah.
just letter of the law, whether you're going to really get in trouble
Right.
with it. But to answer your question, no, I don't think you can.
That's a good point. You're right.
There was another one that got changed for hunger. Food.
Deprived.
Nope. Shit, there's a term that's like you don't know if you're going to eat or not. Food. Shit.
Food unaware.
No.
that's-
Food not insecurity.
Yeah, food insecurity is one of them.
But that's not the one I'm thinking of. Something like that. If we only had somebody that could look it up. Food. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But that's another one that like changed.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Is that just a trap so that we can be called, homeless abusers if we call them homeless and not unhoused?
Probably. It's almost
You know what I
like
mean?
dead
Like
naming them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Right.
clearly for it. If you call them homeless, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're on that side of it.
Yeah. Did they like have a meeting with all the homeless and go, we're thinking about this. We're thinking about changing it to unhoused people.
You're like,
You guys
finally
Took a
finally
vote.
some respect.
Finally. Yeah.
Exactly.
Finally some respect.
I've been saying it for years. Homeless is just insulting.
It's
What
insulting.
how problematic.
Yeah. Talk about kicking a man when he's down.
I mean, yes. Do I not have a home? Correct, but homeless. Come on,
Yeah,
guys. That's
right.
2022.
I think homeless is a very gentle term.
It is.
It's very
Overall,
like,
right.
unhoused person.
I think that sounds worse.
I do too. I bet the homeless are not proud of this. To advocate trying to shoot at unhoused people or just giving these dog whistles to people that do not see unhoused people as human beings, I can't believe you'd advocate that. So do you think there's a single soul on planet Earth that heard Rogan's comments there and is now going to go shoot homeless people? Excuse me, unhoused people? Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
Yeah, he's going to whip up the masses,
Yeah.
gin them all up to go.
Again, that he doesn't have, but he does.
Yeah.
It's like this weirdness.
Henderson said Rogan should have advocated for more bathroom access and shower depots so that they could take care of themselves rather than complain about seeing it.
Ooh, interesting. You know what else? You saw what Starbucks did, right? All that talk about letting people in their bathrooms or closing
Yeah.
up.
Oh, we've got that story.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, it's like when you mention that, it's like, crazy that they kind of did try to do that. Didn't work very
Yeah.
well.
What was the movie where they hunted people?
Hunger Games?
No. More like Schwarzenegger days back in there or something where they like hunted people down. And if you lived for so many long, you were free. I think that was criminals and then Demolition Man, maybe? Demolition Man. That's what I'm thinking. But that's not. That's two different things. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
what if you took the homeless people and be like, all right, here's the deal.
Is this going to be a fucking? I mean, they did this with
72
Squid Games
hours.
already, buddy.
72 hours.
Yeah. Sort of Squid Gamey.
Well, 72 hours. You got it.
Says Purge.
Or
You don't have to-
Purge.
kind of
yeah,
a Squid
Purge.
Game meets the Purge.
Well,
Yes.
No, I mean-
Squid Game Purge.
Squid Game. No, I think it's different than both.
Okay, explain
Purge
it.
was like chaos for 24 hours
Right,
or whatever
right.
it was. Anything goes. No laws.
Right.
That's different. Squid Games was a prize, but it
For
was
poor people.
Well, yeah, but there was I'm talking about hunting. I'm talking about, all right, ready, go.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
72 hours. If you're still hanging on, you get a house.
But that's what I'm saying. That does seem like a combination of Purge with the Squid Games and borderline Hunger Games as well. But
It's
I'm not okay with that.
My question, I'm not pitching a show here. My question
Right.
is how many
You're
people,
pitching real life.
how many of them you think would take it? Is
Why
my
wouldn't
question.
you, my lord?
That's my
the
question.
problem is there's so much mental health and so much drug abuse. Like it's like 98% of them are mentally ill drug addicts.
Yeah.
So if you went down to Skid Row, it'd be shooting
Squid
fish
Row, I see what you
Yeah.
did there.
It'd be shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those people aren't going anywhere, and there's tens of thousands of them.
No house for them then.
Yeah.
And
I
even,
don't, If people think Rogan's comments were bad, they're gonna hate your comments.
That seems like a win-win.
that is an interesting concept.
Well, if you're trying to clean up the homeless problem, I mean, at least
I mean, you don't
someone's-
just go
at
shoot them
least
if they're not
T-Roy's-
willing, but you give them the opportunity.
Right,
Give them an
for
option.
sure.
Hey,
what
I
else
don't
you got?
hear anyone else coming up with solutions.
What
to the
else you
homeless
got going
problem.
on? Right? What else you got going on? Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
What would the exact like parameters of this be? Are we putting them in a dome? I mean, because our regular people.
Not
I
Mad
don't know.
Max. 2 men enter, 1 man leave.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
but
saying,
that's
like,
like,
where are
that's
the-
like
where-
jail.
But where is this happening then?
Just
the streets?
Again, I'm spitballing here. I don't have the whole
And
thing
how do we
laid
know
out.
who's in the game and who's not? That we're in
We can
jerseys.
talk about this. We can
Okay.
have a meeting. We can figure out the
Okay.
logistics.
You
of
better
it,
be
but-
damn sure it's a homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I just shoot another dude?
Yeah. You don't
You
want to
take-
take out a
No,
you know
you-
an actual human.
Have you not seen the movie? You trank them. They wake up and they're on like
an island or some shit.
On an island somewhere.
Oh, so
and
you're
they-
not killing them? You're just
not
tranking them?
yet.
Okay.
Well, no, not yet.
Not yet. The game hasn't begun yet.
Okay.
And then they wake up, sort of Squid Gamey. I'll give you that. They wake up in a new place, and the rules are clearly explained. You don't just let them figure it out.
Right.
That's not fair. They got to have an even playing field. And don't die for 72 hours or whatever.
And so anybody that survives the 72 hours gets a house. It's
Basically.
not like last man standing.
Well, okay. We could do things. We
No,
could
I'm just
have-
curious.
We could
I'm
go
just
tournament
curious.
style.
Yeah.
You know, we could that way they could do their own dirty work. Like we could.
Would this be on DraftKings?
They would team up with each other.
dude, could
they
you
would team
imagine?
up with
Hey,
each other
yeah,
and
like-
take out all the women first.
Put them on. Oh, well, whatever. Last man standing gets the house. I mean, that's Squid Gamey, but
Last
anything
man
goes.
standing. So you'd murder like 1 million homeless people.
Well, not all
and
at the
then
same
one-
time. You
and
got to
then the
have
one-
multiple seasons. That's multiple episodes.
What, you think they're going to stop producing homeless?
Well, right.
Next year, there's going to be a new batch of people down on their luck.
Well, then pretty soon we will take care of the homeless, and then we'll have to fucking. Now you'll start getting rich people like fucking with us and
you
turning
got to
us
figure out the
homeless.
logistics of it. What's it cost? What's the cost? So 10,
It's not a terrible idea.
10 at a time. Each episode's 10.
Yeah.
Last one gets a studio apartment in the.
For how long? Their life? The rest of their life?
I'm spitballing here.
Okay.
We could
Yeah,
figure this
it's a
out.
fucking
I know. I'm
fully
sorry
paid
that
off
you got
home.
that. You're coming up with solutions. I'm just bringing
Exactly.
in questions.
You're always
Yeah.
fucking naysaying.
Yeah.
You
I
come
know.
up with something like inward singing.
What if I kind of like the trank idea where you're not killing anyone.
Yeah.
But when planes carry heavy cargo and they got those nets underneath, what if you just tranked like 5,000 at a time, threw them in one of those nets, and then flew them out to an island?
Okay. And then what? They
left
just
them with
live
a
on the
box of
island?
matches, couple hunting rifles, make sure
see what
there's some
happens.
wild boar on the island.
That's that's humane for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop some
They don't have to
lumber.
kill each other. They're
No,
like, hey,
they
this
don't.
is your island.
This is your society.
You can survive. Do whatever
Give
you
them
want.
a big island.
It's like
you know?
Sims or whatever. Like
Right.
you start your own
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And what if they get so strong they take
They start
they
making
build an
nuclear
army
nuclear
in a
weapons?
ship and
Yeah,
come-
they're not building a ship. Don't give them metal parts.
don't
Just give
know.
them wood, man. Let them Lincoln log themselves.
Are you gonna give them the drugs to keep their fix? Or are they gonna have to just go Jones and shake and shit for the first 10 or 12 days they're there?
Yeah, I'm not against it. I
No.
mean, if you want to,
Mandatory detox.
it would take drugs off the streets. You know,
Or make them more available or whatever.
We could just like the parachute. Like into North Korea, they'll drop stuff, letting them know like your guy's crazy and stuff. Over here, we're free.
Yeah, drop it in there. Yeah.
Just drop needles and bags of heroin. I bet someone would take that up. And be
See, I think we do it
totally
like more
fine
like
with that.
scavenger hunt style. Like
You want to make them
hide
work?
the drugs and then they have to like solve the clues
Right.
to find
like a
it.
fucking-
So,
well, again, you're going back
force
to
them to work, but
Yeah.
they would work.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got legs. There's opportunities here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Untapped.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah. We're going to hell.
Yeah.
You came up with the idea. I was asking plenty of questions about the idea.
I think it's. My question really was, if you gave them that sort of opportunity, it doesn't necessarily have to be life or death. How many do you think would take it? That was the premise.
Yeah,
of the initial conversation of. Hey,
It'd be interesting.
Don't try to lighten those comments up now.
Oh no, I went down that road. I'm just saying
yeah.
that's how it started. It was innocuous enough that we just started it. But that's the way it goes around.
Sometimes
It's a weird turn.
happens every show. RadioFor1.com. Please go there. Merch is available. We're getting that stuff shipped out. I love seeing people with taking pictures with that stuff. The tank tops look amazing,
Especially the white
on
ones,
the girls,
on the chicks.
white ones. Yeah.
I still say the ice bucket challenge has legs.
All right.
Raise money for sciatica.
The sweatshirts are there. I know it's not, no need for it yet, but fall will be here before you know it, and that's what's better than a TDC sweatshirt at that point.
You don't want a chilly night
awesome.
and be caught without a sweatshirt. You need to be prepared.
No. Exactly. Also, we've got, our, you can sign up for Patreon there. Links for all that. Links for MyPillow. Use promo code TDC. Amazon.
Of course.
Amazon Canada for all our Canadian friends, our neighbors to the north who were requesting that. Groupon. It's all there. So please utilize that stuff. Get your friends and coworkers to do it. It's easy and it helps us out.
Helps us out. Doesn't cost anybody anything. It's
Radio-
the easiest way you can
How long-
possibly help the show.
How long ago did you call Bill?
A while ago.
I'm just saying he was on Facebook 30 minutes ago making a post, but couldn't pick up the phone.
Well,
Well, he clearly was taking a dump then.
he got
I'm
weird
just kidding.
when we called about the abortion thing.
Oh, you guys called him on abortions?
I tried to. He didn't answer.
Well,
And then
he's
I
a
texted him.
liberal.
I was like, "Hey, where are you, dude? I want to ask you about this." He's like, "Oh, I don't know much research on it." I'm like,
I'm on the left.
"Yeah,
That's the thing. He leans for sure to the left.
yeah."
For,
Dude, he usually leaps at the phone
Yes.
to talk. So I don't know if he's
Yeah.
mad at me for something. Maybe.
yeah.
Who knows? We'll
Maybe
see.
he hates me.
It's funny that you. That is what I always assume. If I try to call somebody and they don't call, like,
It's
I'm
intentional.
like, what do I do? I always assume I did something. I'm always like, I probably said something.
Yeah,
Probably
it
did
was
something.
me. I screwed it up.
Call me back 2 days.
Insurance. We all need it, and most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all type of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. So call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 and get a free, no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasik at Wasik Insurance.
Did you hear what's going on with Coach Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Why would he do? Why even bother? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I don't know
it.
the, I
It
don't know
takes
the
balls.
circumstances.
Takes balls.
Yeah.
This is not the opinion you want to have publicly.
No, I mean,
No.
if you asked me, I would have guessed that was the opinion.
Really?
Yeah. For Harbaugh, yeah. I would have
Really?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you? I'm not.
Seems more of a religious type guy. I would think that leans that way. Would be my guess.
Okay, I never got that vibe from him, but maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was mine, and who knows?
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where, like, I don't know why it came up. I don't understand. I don't know where with the interview.
Well, I'll tell
exactly.
you.
I'm sure we'll get the circumstances on
Yes.
it. But those are things where you should probably just.
They were
You don't want to alienate half of your recruits.
That's
Or-
another thing. What's he thinking about the recruits? I don't give a fuck.
Don't
about-
worry. His wife said this won't affect the recruits.
Oh well.
Oh, then
thank God.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because
to know.
no recruits out
Take
there
that
pay
off.
attention to the news at all.
Right.
Well, for those that don't know, excerpts came
And no
out.
recruits' parents are paying attention.
Well, and the other thing is these
Fuck
days.
that.
Let me
guy.
give you the details.
Oh God.
So excerpts came out from a speech at a pro-life charity event.
Okay.
So that's why he's commenting on it. He's at
Even worse.
like going out of his way to go to that. During his address in Plymouth, he spoke along with his wife Sarah. In God's plan, each unborn human truly has a future filled with potential, talent, dreams, and love. It's going to grow up to be an asshole. I already know
right.
that. But
Or
anyway.
a meth head, or
Yeah.
Right.
Unhoused.
or,
you
a,
know, who
or a
knows?
mall shooter, or who knows?
Yeah. Everything's on the table, literally.
Absolutely.
I have living proof in my family, my children, and the many thousands that I've coached, that the unborn are amazing gifts from God to make this world a better place. To me, the right choice is to have the courage to let the unborn be born. I believe in having the courage to let the unborn be born.
Well-
I love life. I believe in having a loving care and respect for life and death. My faith, my science are what drives these beliefs in me. Now, Ms. Harbaugh said the couple wasn't worried about being canceled due to their pro-life stance and said it would not negatively impact the football program's recruiting efforts.
I'm glad she's on top of it.
Yeah. I can only see the talking
Can you
heads
imagine?
in Ann Arbor right now. Like,
The fact that she
he has to go.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Do you think he...
Is this trying to get
something-
fired?
Could this get you fired?
It would be the biggest lawsuit in history if he were sued over your belief. I mean, fired over your belief for that. It's,
it's such a bad how triggering it is that she had to come out and say,
get out
I
in front."
believe this won't affect.
Well, I'm sure she was probably asked. I don't think it was, preemptive.
Yeah.
Like she went out and made a press conference about it.
Yeah,
she
but
was
she
probably
can-
asked.
She has no idea.
No,
she can't
no.
make that.
And
comment.
this is Ann Arbor. This is a
Yeah,
If
next
they lose,
level
and I didn't even consider the parents.
of recruits.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I don't know that, especially football players, are really that involved one way or the other, pro-life, pro-choice at that
Right.
point in their
Right.
lives. But the parents sure
Parents
the fuck
are, yeah.
Their parents sure the fuck are. And
Yeah.
they're going to dictate where they go and what decisions they make. They're
Yeah.
still
Imagine
they're
if-
still on that level.
That
So-
is, yeah. I give him credit only for this. I disagree with him,
But
but I give him credit
you're
for
entitled to your opinion.
standing up for his
Should
beliefs.
never be cancelable.
No,
unless
no.
it's
No.
unless it's that I should be able to fuck a 7-year-old.
Right.
Okay, if that's your opinion, then you're fuck off.
Yeah.
But if you're allowed to feel a certain
if-
kind of way.
This is what the religious people do, though.
Yeah.
They're so convicted in their beliefs, that he's putting himself out there right now.
is,
That's a target. It's very easy to go on any program or in front of any microphone and say, I believe it's a woman's choice. Who am I to tell a woman what to do with her body? That's easy. You get applauded across the nation for that. Going up there and fucking talking about, even mentioning God.
yeah.
First
well,
off.
you're at a pro-life thing, so
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not
he's going to get
that
the
big of a stretch, but
fine. He's going to get the applause in the room in Plymouth, Michigan.
room, right.
But those comments get out to the general public, and you trend #1 on Twitter.
Yep.
He's probably getting murdered on Twitter right now.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but and you're right. Liberal Ann Arbor,
Yeah, like as liberal as it gets.
and
But I don't think that's cause for termination. There's your dog and your mom.
yeah, she said she was dropping the
Okay,
baby off.
good enough.
I don't care about the termination. I just care about the
It just
recruits.
freaked me out because the dog hasn't been here, and then I just watched it run by the window. I was like, confused.
Yeah.
Can't be losing fucking 4-star quarterbacks or 5-star quarterbacks to this baby killing thing.
How
I'm
pissed
sure
will
he
you
can
guys
go to-
be?
He can go to Notre Dame, I'm sure, if he gets fired.
How pissed would you guys be
Well, I don't
if
care about
shut
that.
up, Isa, if recruits that were signed to go to Michigan started dropping, and it's like we had a fight, and it came out, and it was like, I totally disagree with Coach on this thing, and I'm going to wherever now. I'm going to go play at State.
What if
Like, how pissed would you be?
But what if it does the opposite as well? I mean, if you lose some, but you gain some.
Yeah, you get the Cornhuskers and Iowa kids, but you might
maybe.
lose out on the USCs.
Perhaps, I don't know. Again, well, I disagree with it being out there. Those are the positions where your affiliate, and I shouldn't say it, like your political affiliation should not be involved in any of that stuff. But at the
It
same
shouldn't
time,
be.
it shouldn't be such a polarizing thing either. You should be entitled to think and believe whatever it is, as long as it's not a real problem.
Yeah.
Then
You know what is kind of ironic about
but
it?
they think it's a problem, and the on the
One
pro-life
side
thinks
does.
pro-choice is a problem. Well, I mean, pro-life thinks pro-choice is a problem.
Yeah.
and pro-choice thinks pro-life is a problem.
What's kind of ironic if you think about it to me.
It's not totally one way on that, because if you're pro-life, you think pro-choice is a problem.
right. But like the funny thing is, if you think about it, and like even though I agree that you're,
I agree with you, but I think one side would go way harder to cancel someone.
Well, that's a different story. I'm
Right,
just saying, but,
but
I mean,
that-
as
but
far
that's
as
the reality.
What you think?
Yeah.
It's the same deal.
I think. Well,
You still
no,
think the
no.
other- you still
know
don't-
what? This you might be right.
There's no
Tony. This-
tolerance there. You still think the other person is wrong.
Right,
You don't
right.
accept that and think that's one of those things where, if you don't think that way, then you're fucking wrong. Either you're killing
yeah.
babies or you hate women. There's no in
Right.
between.
And I've talked to some women, and it's like nothing I've ever seen.
It's infuriating
It's
talking to women.
fucking yeah. No, I mean they are so pissed. like some women I know about
Oh,
this.
about abortion.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
just
like-
thought in general.
You know, and I'm
What
like,
is
"Ah,
the
what-
fu-
you're not having an abortion. What do you care? You know, but they fucking do a lot.
I honestly, I don't know how to explain. I know I don't know whatever, but like this whole like controlling my body. What is their thing? Is just full on. I should be able to do with my body whatever I want.
Right.
What is their answer to the kid? I don't understand that. Like,
yeah, but for them, they don't believe until first breath
That's
that
actually
it's
a
an
kid.
actual
Yeah.
kid. So it's all a definition of
If you're not in any way, shape, or form capable of taking care of a child,
right.
if you don't financially, emotionally, however, whatever it is, list the reasons why you should not bring a child into this
Right.
world. And you can say, well, yeah, you haven't put it up for adoption. Well, if you're a crackhead, nobody wants that baby.
Yeah, no,
either.
I get it. I get it.
So it's a fine line, and that's why
But
there
it's
is
like
no
that
right or
line
wrong.
isn't to me. The weird thing about that line is like it's like me and Mike always talk like kill these baby. I don't fucking care. Do it. But it's a weird line to say like, hey, I've been raped, or hey, there's reasons, or I'm not fit to
No,
do it.
that
But
too,
it is
right.
odd. But it's like in no other form, I don't believe we would sit there and not assume that's a living thing.
Yeah.
Like it just still is crazy to me.
What
to,
if-
to wrap your mind around that you don't believe that it has a heartbeat? It's
Well,
growing.
but
It's-
what about-
you have to
well,
feed it? If it's not a real thing, why do you have to like?
the example I used, Isis, was Scott Peterson when he killed his wife Lacey and she was pregnant with Connor.
They'll give you fucking double
they
charge
got
for-
him for double murder.
Yeah.
So that was an unborn baby, and they charged him with 2 murders.
They will do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with that one either. But let me ask you this: with contraception, birth control,
Right.
if you're on the pill to not get pregnant,
And
right?
then you get
You're
pregnant.
doing it, and then you get pregnant.
Yeah.
You did everything you could, theoretically. I mean, you
I-
still not take the load
You should
if
be
you
able
really
to
want
sue
to be double.
GlaxoSmithKline.
Okay, but it's not
them
100%.
Right.
And
Yeah.
even, you could have a condom. All of those things, they're not 100% foolproof because you don't want to have a baby, and then through whatever reason, for the 0.001%
Yeah.
or whatever it is, 0.1, who knows what
Yeah.
the numbers are, that it actually happens. Well, then, sorry, you're shit out of luck. You have to have this kid because
Yeah, that seems weird.
right. I'm just saying, there's so many variables that there's no absolute.
No,
on
I
either
get
way.
that. I do get that. I guess it's like those people. To me, it's like if you're on the side of the one versus the other, there is a side that even though they disagree as much as the other people disagree, like that are arguing you're killing a human being.
Yeah, you
and,
are.
and it's
you
like
can,
and
you can
and-
make the argument either way. But
Yeah.
Bill Burr's take on this
neither
in-
one of them are right or wrong.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
is
irony
there
of
is
it.
no win here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you saying that child, no matter what, deserves a life by saying that child is going to come to the most fucked up shit circumstances
Yeah.
possible and be absolutely so far behind the 8 ball.
Right.
You know, is it possible for them to be great? Of course.
Right.
Is it likely they're going to be a piece of shit? Probably.
And I would say if
is
you
it
think
just
about it,
another anchor on society? Yeah.
I just
more
thought
than
about
likely.
it just now. In reality, I mean, there are animals in nature that fucking eat their kids.
So you,
Right.
you
Yeah, we
want
don't
people
want
to
this
eat
one.
their
Get rid of
kids?
Well, no, but I'm saying they realize that they had too many, or I don't know what the deal is.
they
They
don't
know
have an
they're
option.
they're
We've
the
talked
weak
about
one.
it before, and the problem or whatever you want to call it is, for very religious people, every birth is a gift from God. Every baby in a womb is a gift, literally a gift from God to you.
Clearly,
and if
'cause
that's your
God
belief
banged
system,
Mary and knocked her up.
Right.
if that's your belief system,
Yep.
you know, and you're entitled to have your belief system. I take
100%.
no issue with that. But to that person, it is murder, pure and simple.
Yep.
You are murdering a gift from God. So when you put it in that context, I do not agree with that, for the record. That's not my position, but I know the harder down the religion road you go,
Yeah.
the harder that belief is.
And they should be able to look at that, dude. Both sides should be able to see that side.
But they
And-
don't.
I
they
know.
don't.
I know.
And
they
they
should be.
fucking hate each other.
I know. And I think that. And by the way, for both of them, dude, it's so bullshit. It's so stupid.
If
You
you
should be
kill-
able to understand what they. You can disagree with it 100%, but you should be able to think like, man, if they think we're killing fucking human beings, I don't agree with that, but I understand why that would make you mad.
Yes.
And then the other person, obviously, the religious people, same way.
The
but-
problem is that you can't mandate it that way.
I agree.
That's the problem.
Oh, I agree.
Is that you can't mandate it that way. Your belief system is one thing, but it's not based in anything but your belief system. It's
Right.
just not. I mean, that's just your
And people's belief systems change all the time.
Exactly,
True.
and they're
They
all
change
over the place.
all the time.
Definitely
Right.
do.
So if you killed a woman that was pregnant and you charged that person with the double homicide, but had that woman not died, would have miscarried 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I think you
Is
would.
that still? I mean,
Right.
Yes,
that
I
wasn't.
think they-
Well, but that, my point
Dude,
is that
think
wasn't
about-
going.
think about-
I'm just saying that wasn't going to be a person. There was no actual person to kill because it was never born and lived.
Yeah, but you could say that the stress from the mom being shot
She
caused.
wasn't. I'm saying that if she wasn't. I'm just saying that. No, you missed the point. Like, if she wasn't shot, and 2 weeks later from that she had a miscarriage, and now that baby no longer exists, you're still you're charging.
Oh yeah.
That baby
yeah,
would have
yeah.
never come to be if she didn't die while she was pregnant and kept
I
going,
get what
and the
you're saying,
baby wasn't born and didn't live. There was no baby, no person to die.
I'm confused, but that's okay.
He's kind of a butterfly effect, then, right?
Exactly.
Is what you're getting at.
Exactly.
You're saying
My point.
like,
You
let's
can't-
assume that this
You're
lady isn't
assuming.
shot,
You're assuming, right.
and let's assume that a week later she has a miscarriage. Well, now you charge the person for double murder, but that baby actually was never going to be born anyway.
right.
I mean, you never-
every
kind of
sperm
could never
in my
know.
bag is
It's making me
potentially a
think of-
baby.
You can never know that.
Who was with Reagan when he was shot? Was it Brady? Was his guy James Brady maybe? Who was shot also, but he lived for another 30 years.
Oh, right.
And then when he actually died, they said it was because of the injuries of being shot all those decades ago, and they upped the charge to murder
Okay.
for that.
Seems a bit of a stretch, but okay.
But that's what they did.
Okay. Well, listen,
Yeah.
people do things. It doesn't make it right or wrong.
Yeah.
Because they do stuff doesn't make it absolute.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's a tough deal.
yeah. I mean, if you're on life support for, a few years and then you die or whatever, okay. But if you live 30 years and then die of a heart attack, I don't think that it's
Right.
necessary, right?
No, I think
but
they
it was
were able to
stress-induced
prove-
because he was shot 30 years ago.
I think they were able to prove the organ failure from where the
Maybe.
bullet was that was the trigger that
Sure,
killed him.
possibly. And I don't
but
know
that's
what
what they did. It was like, you fucking shot this guy, and it eventually led to his death. He
Shouldn't the
was
statute
alive.
of limitations run out on that?
Nah, it didn't. Look it up, dude. Reagan Brady.
Yeah.
I think it was Brady.
Again, just because something is done doesn't make it right. Just like letting these people, what's going on in the DA's offices now. Just because they're doing it doesn't make it right. Doesn't
Yeah.
make it okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a precedent that you can fall back on because it happened in a point in a time. Doesn't make it absolute, right? And so much of it is just influenced by the time and the pressures of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like the shit not being charged now and all these liberal DAs that are going through all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it's always been that way.
No.
That's
hell no.
That's outside influence that's making that happen.
Right.
And so just because this is a time, so can you go back 10 years from now and use this as precedent of these people weren't charged for these, so this person shouldn't be charged going forward? No, it was wrong.
Yeah.
So there's errors across the board, failures at every level.
I guess it says here, so he died August 2014. 4 days later, the medical examiner ruled that the death was a homicide caused by the gunshot wound that he sustained in 1981. Hinckley did not face any charges for Brady's death because he had been found not guilty by reason of insanity. So,
Okay.
Double jeopardy.
What was his name? James Brady?
Peter? Greg?
yeah, James Brady.
Wow.
Look at you.
Look at me.
But you can't remember what you had for fucking lunch. Good
No,
Lord.
I can't remember what you just said 2 minutes ago.
I
It's
know.
Is
ridiculous.
this pre or
amazing.
post shot here? 'Cause
Oh, well, okay. I
That's
can see.
post-shot.
okay.
Yeah. Looks like he's got a touch of the down.
A little bit. And he's got a little.
Where'd he
was
get
it-
shot?
Was it Gorbachev that had the port wine stand in his head?
Yeah. That
It
might be
looks
like
like-
shadowy.
I don't know if it said where he got. Oh, it doesn't know. It
In the
must.
face, perhaps?
Right. I mean, seriously.
Well, go up.
He's just, oh, no.
They'll talk about the shooting. The shooting. There you go. Wrong
Shattering his brain cavity. Bang.
Oh shit! No.
See? I
Well,
told you.
I apologize for my insensitive remarks then.
The first of 6 bullets hit Brady.
First one caught him. Hitting the head above his left eye, passing underneath his brain and
Jesus.
shattering his brain cavity, exploding on impact.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, guy lived 30 years after taking a bullet to the brain.
Yeah.
I
Jesus.
feel bad about
crazy.
it. Like I said, I do feel bad about those remarks of his look.
Yeah, you should. You should.
He didn't hear him. You're fine.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's do a couple of emails.
Okay.
Love your new Ford News segment.
I'm sorry.
Great for your sponsor. I can feed you Ford News. Is this about the expensive paint job?
I'm not sure. Or just that Guevara's on board, or
I know. It's just a joke that
is this, right? Is
you
this
said, "Oh,
Steve-
this
is
segment is
Steve
brought to you
Ealing?
by."
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Love your new Ford News segment. Great for your sponsor. I can feed you Ford News to keep it going if you want. Since you don't know anything about cars, today's Ford News would be the release of the new Raptor R with the return of the V8 and 700 horsepower,
I know.
37-inch tall tires. And then he sent us a link for a promo.
This
which
was
I won't
about the
watch.
fucking when you talk about the paint
We
scheme
did
on the
a
fucking
story on Ford,
and I didn't know nothing
a
about
segment,
what it looked
but-
like or whatever.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
truck looks fucking badass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
The what?
$110,000.
Is it electric?
No.
Fuck
I don't.
that then.
The
I
what?
don't. Well, I shouldn't say no. I don't know.
New Ford
but it's-
truck.
Yeah, it's a
Raptor-
V8 700 horsepower.
Yeah. Well, the Raptor's a badass truck already as it is.
Yeah. You don't have to look it up.
Okay.
I did see there were
I won't
news
know what it looks like even
segments.
if I saw it.
You know what a pickup truck looks like.
Sure.
All right, PT confusion and clarification, please.
Oh boy.
In episode 1595, when talking about PT and insurance coverage, T said he didn't know what kind of coverage Mike had,
Or who even provides it?
and that is confusing. Just to clarify, spouses have the same coverage as the primary person on the account. Whatever coverage he has, you have.
Oh, that's
Hope this helps.
adorable. I see what you tried to do
See
there.
what he did there?
Well,
That's
you do
good.
live to each other. After how long does it become
Right,
a
yeah. What do they call that? Fucking,
There's a-
marital,
Oh, yeah.
common law marriage.
common law marriage?
yeah.
I mean, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not helping our case.
Yeah.
Mikey, I would like to cash in my Patreon studio visit at your earliest convenience. Your humble and obedient servant,
It was tonight.
NFL Bob.
It was tonight, and he. Oh shit!
Oh, he
Bob.
missed it, yeah.
it was tonight.
It was tonight,
That was the
Bob.
earliest convenience.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Sorry, pal.
Next,
Yeah.
next
No.
time.
Absolutely.
Anytime you want, buddy.
For the record, we just had a whole thing on this, the trying to get all the Patreon stuff. There's been some hiccups. There's been obviously doing everything we can. I don't want anybody to feel left out. We had to zig and zag on a couple of things.
Yeah.
The stickers are about to go out.
Yeah.
We had to pivot on the shirts. That's all being handled.
Yep.
And yes, and all the other obligations are coming post haste.
Yes.
So hang in there. Believe us. We know what everybody gets, and we're working on
Yeah.
it, and we will fulfill everything that you have coming.
And
we,
for
thank
the-
you for supporting.
For the people out there, there's still a handful of people, and we don't really know what to do. All the T-shirt people have their addresses.
Okay. I
So
know
there's-
there was a couple of
There's stickers.
oddities.
The stickers, not everybody has, and it comes down to people are confused. They're trying to log in with their phone,
Yeah.
and they can't find a place to put their address. You have to go to. It's a Patreon thing. You
Right.
have to go to a website.
Hence some of our confusion and how
Right.
this has gotten a little wonky. So there should be some updates coming. Check your Patreons if you're in there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It may go directly to your email. It may go through the Patreon. Might do both. I'm not sure exactly how we're putting this all together. But
Yeah.
heads up.
Ryan's been adamant though. Don't just send me an email with your address.
No,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
It's do it through the system, and he's like, I don't have time to.
Right.
And believe me, he does not have time to deal with all that stuff.
Busy man. Flying
yeah.
around and shit.
Yeah.
Going to flying for lunches and stuff.
What hell is really like? The 10 Torments of Hell. This is for you, Isis.
Oh God. Okay.
First heaven.
It's for all of us. So who the fuck are we kidding?
That's a great point.
Yeah, it's strictly for you. Enjoy hell, E.
First heaven. The thief hanging next to Christ did nothing to earn salvation other than believing he was the Messiah and asked for forgiveness of his sins and was told by Christ that he would be in paradise that day. Jesus also mentioned that he would prepare a place for believers and that he has many mansions and it would be a place with pleasures forevermore.
Jesus said mansions.
Mansions, that seems. Yeah.
I
I don't buy that. I don't think
And
that
maybe-
doesn't sound like the Jesus I know.
perhaps it was lost in translation. Meant,
Pleasures beyond. What did he say?
That sounds
With
like the
pleasures
28
forevermore.
versions kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 72 raisins, by the way.
72 raisins, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they get up there when they get a box of prunes. I'm like, fuck.
A full sunmaid.
That's the actual translation of the 72 virgins.
Yeah.
Was lost in translation, and I watched this whole thing on it. It actually was 72 raisins. The Bible talks more about hell than heaven, including that the gate to hell is wide, but the path to heaven narrow. Not too many folks on the heaven path. There's a story of a rich man who died and was buried. When he opened his eyes, he was in hell with torments. He wanted just the tip of a finger with water because he was
Just the tip.
tormented in a flame and wanted to be cool. He also was tormented by the fact that he couldn't tell his 5 brothers not to come to this place. Bible also says that you have the sounds of screaming and the sound from burning and of gnashing of teeth, probably from the flame torments, plus smell of brimstone. Plus it mentions being bothered by worms. Also mentions darkness and separation from God with no protection or hope. 10 torments, thirst, heat, burning with no water, memory and concern of family, pain of teeth crushing, sound, darkness, worms, smell, no hope, and eternal separation from God. Sounds like a pleasant fella.
But all this because...
But he loves you.
Right.
Like Carlin would say.
Right.
But he loves you.
All this, by the way,
And he's
because... then
running
show
out of
some
money.
Fucking more proof, man. Why if he loves us so much that he's... The guy, God,
Oh.
Jeebus, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm reading that. I would argue he doesn't think that much
Like,
of us.
why not give us more nudges in the right? Yo, dude, for real. Like, just all I'm asking is this, but, like, come on my screen one time and just say, hey, I'm real, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. If he did that, hit up all of us with like an email.
Yeah.
And there was a
group
video of
text.
him, mansions behind him, and he was like, look, guys, fine, here I am. It's real. We'd all jump on board.
Wait, isn't there a new Messiah? Isn't the
Is there?
is it the shark? I think is that what I saw.
I don't know.
There's a shark messiah?
Yeah, I think there was a like for 10 years. Look it up. All female sharks, and then all of a sudden one of them knocked up and had a baby shark. Now, if you guys want to ignore that fucking sign, good luck.
Hold on.
Good luck.
So they were all women.
All females in this tank. I think it was sharks. And then all of a sudden one of them spit out a kid.
And this happened? This is an actual
Like
story?
recently, very recently, within the last week. Or
I'm going to say there was a male shark in there somewhere.
I would
Well,
think
maybe-
that, I would think
maybe-
marine biologists would know the difference. I mean, who's to say? Obviously, these days, but I mean, there's women's inmates getting knocked up by female prisoners.
Sure,
so I mean,
sure.
clearly it can happen, but I don't think they ask the
That might be
sharks
the-
what they identify.
This is
That
By
might be
the
the
way-
only way that happens, is if you've got a male shark
I
who
don't know.
identifies as a female and gets thrown in the tank.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. What did you just say?
I just said that.
I mean, it looks like it was a
Did
year
you just
ago or something.
debunk the whole fucking Bible?
No.
Oh, I think maybe you did.
What did he say?
Why?
Oh, because of the Virgin Mary and shit.
So the only way that a shark could have a baby is if a male shark knocked her up?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Immaculate
Yeah.
conception.
So then are we supposed to pray to the fucking
Love Franco
shark?
Harris, by the way.
Oh, yeah, me too. Are we supposed to pray to a shark now?
I mean, I'm
So
just
scientists
saying.
say a rare shark virgin birth may be the first of its kind after a baby shark was born in an all-female tank in an Italian aquarium.
All I'm saying is people keep going, okay, God, give me a sign.
Maybe there was a transgender shark in there.
And maybe there could have been like people that came around and they were like, I'm God's son.
Oh,
They
we
were
wouldn't-
like,
we wouldn't
"Ah,
believe 'em. That's
yeah,
always that
go
joke."
fuck yourself. We'll
No.
put you in the loony bin.
No,
Yeah.
no one would believe anybody.
So we're
that
like,
came-
okay,
Yeah.
fine, I'll do it with a shark.
Yeah.
But you know what, man?
I'm just
I would
saying,
say this.
if that's what you
make
wanna
it-
think, that's
do
what you
better
wanna
then.
believe.
Do better. Don't send it to a homeless man on a fucking bus. Send it to a goddamn person who like.
Yeah.
This all started. Understand that this is how this all started. Right?
Okay.
Right. I don't know.
Immaculate conception. That's how
Scientists
this all
say a
started.
rare shark virgin birth. That makes it sound like it's rare, but it does happen.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I'm gonna need to.
I thess it says
I'm gonna
quotes
need to
virgin
read more on
birth
this.
in this Google whatever this
I
article.
mean, maybe one of the scientists fucking got a little frisky one night. Who knows?
That happened in 21.
Yeah, it does say it was.
All right, so maybe I just heard about it.
Right.
but
Yeah. I mean,
either
these
way,
days
sorry.
doesn't matter.
So yeah, August 30th, 2021.
Okay.
Baby shark born, and that's fine. But
Yeah. So I'm just saying, it happens. It's out there. And if those are the signs that
Italian-
you need, and
Italian shark has virgin birth after 10 years in all female tank. Well,
should be
if that's all the evidence I need.
okay, well, there you go. So you can pick and choose however you want, but
I don't
that's
count
out there.
that as evidence.
Really? A
then-
virgin birth? I think that's pretty strong evidence.
Okay, then what evidence is there?
I don't know, but make it so I believe it. How about that?
So
Faith, Holmes.
So what?
Faith.
So what do you believe then?
I don't know. It fluctuates.
That's why you're getting a double wide on the outskirts.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the double wide on the outskirts.
Yeah,
As long
but
as
you
I'm-
don't get invited to any of the parties. Your neighbors are all dicks.
As long as it's not where that guy is going. That guy was describing. I don't want that.
Okay.
Yeah, the gnashing of teeth and bones and fire. You can't even get a fingertip of water.
I mean, he shows up on grilled cheese. He does all these little things that he's trying to do.
Yep.
Nobody wants to listen to it. Everybody calls bullshit. He drops something like this. Like, okay, you want a miracle? Bam.
Boom. Yeah.
Bam.
Virgin birth
shark.
part 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. It had to be a dude with long hair and sandals. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. That's 2 virgin births I've dropped on you.
Yeah.
Well,
A
what
couple
about the-
thousand years
What
apart,
about,
by
what
the
about
way.
those people before his son came down and wrote the book? What did they do? They
His
didn't
son-
know.
His son wrote the book?
Yeah, they're burning in
Well, they-
eternal hellfire.
No,
Clearly.
like some came down and afterwards we wrote the book and let everyone know, hey, just got to believe in my son and shit.
Well, I
what
mean,
about those people?
until
You
Ten
mean like people that were
Commandments,
alive
you-
100,000 years ago?
yeah, where are they?
Yeah.
What of them?
Burning in eternal hellfire.
Because they were sinners and they didn't have
Yeah.
the sun yet to come down.
We're finding their bones and not deciding if they're men or women at these days.
Gotcha.
Right. Exactly. All right. Let's leave it there.
We solved religion. I
Yeah,
think.
so we hit hard on abortion and religion.
Yep.
This is smart.
The third rails.
Yeah.
Third and
This is smart for us. This
Yeah.
is a good avenue for
numbers
us.
shall be high.
What if that shark were aborted? What if the baby Jesus were aborted?
Jesus,
That
take the
gets you
wheel.
trouble. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.